right. Welcome back to the To Be Fair Show. I am your host, Johnny P.
Over here, real.
It's Q.
And we
Back.
Before we get into it, we want to ask everybody, please hit the notification button. Please subscribe. Please hit like, comment below. Mess with us. It's the To Be Fair Show. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. We got a great show lined up. Special guest.
Yes.
In the building with us.
How y'all
Digital
doing?
creative, really dope artist. Appreciate you pulling up on us.
Yes,
No problem.
So I want to clear this up. I got a DM from a friend, and they said digital creator. That's not PC for OnlyFans, correct?
No.
All right, just getting it out early because somebody seen that and they said
PC for OnlyFans.
I just wanted to allow you to make sure that they understood and know.
No, not at all.
That you create digital art, correct?
Yeah, for the most part, like graphic design. Truthfully, I use the word digital creator because I couldn't really find a name to put to everything that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I work in nonprofit operations specifically, but even in what I do, we do like a lot of automations, just trying to figure out like how to create efficiency in things. So whether that be like integrating different apps, things like that. I'm not your software engineer, but digital creator. Outside of that, do graphic design. I made this crew neck. Calculated Cruise checks me out. Bobby a B on Etsy. Have to mention that too. But aside from those top two things, just an enthusiast of anything digital, learning how Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff works. TikTok, playing the background of it. I would like to be in front of the screen more, so thank you for this opportunity.
Pleasure.
But yeah, digital creator. And if y'all could think of a better name for me, let me know. But in the meantime,
you just mentioned some UI UX in there.
You said UI UX, yeah.
You just mentioned some of that in there. You do UI UX.
Yeah. So is there a title to that though, or
that's what it is? UI UX.
Okay,
like user experience.
User
right.
User
like improving the user experience of different applications, whether it be through my job, through graphic design. Even when I work on people's websites, I'm like, why are you managing your admin like this? Like, let's clean that up some. I should start charging for that, truthfully.
You should.
But, yeah.
I didn't know that was what it was until I looked it up. I was like, oh, I've been doing this for years.
Right? Yeah. So let's fund art programs because I think a lot of us would know what to call ourselves once.
Hey, let's not go too far, spill too much of the interview portion of the show.
Yeah.
Hey, Tone, let's pull them memes up, brother.
All right, who we starting with?
Oh, what we got?
Y'all ready?
Hey,
Johnny about to lose.
Oh, was I supposed to play with you?
I jinxed it.
I wasn't supposed to play.
You can join in this time.
Okay.
You
Johnny already out.
Yeah, Johnny already
out.
All right, here we go.
Back.
Okay. Oh wait, my fault. Okay, I'm ready.
Rock, paper, scissors.
You out, Johnny? Yeah.
I just got both.
He got both of us.
All right,
Dang.
All right, so let me see how we gonna go.
Wait, but Johnny ain't beat him with the rock.
No, Johnny lost the first round.
He was already out.
He was trying to.
Johnny was trying to win a participation award.
I'm screaming. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna go Q.
Okay.
I'm putting Johnny last. We're gonna go Q, you, me, and then Johnny.
Okay. All right. Well,
what that means? Dang.
Let's
Johnny
get
do?
to it.
Yeah,
Let me look and see what we got. Johnny, you actually was on a streak for a little bit.
He won 2 weeks and he was hyped.
Well, I think maybe it's because I just been losing lately. So that's
sound good.
All right, let's go to Q's folder.
Let's start here real quick. I like to see if y'all got if y'all understood this joke. Scroll down just a little bit, Tone. You see that bald head white man?
The bald
right here. Man.
Yeah.
Is he white?
No, that's
he looked light skinned.
That's Shane Battier. No, there's a bald head white man that looks surprised. Go up.
Go back up.
Come on, you missing this bald head white dude?
He on the left side. Scroll down.
Johnny, not Johnny. Tone really don't believe in
this
race.
One
that's
right here.
Bro, he don't look white.
He is a black man. That's what they talking about. And I wear glasses. That's a black
he don't look
man.
White, bro.
It's like, no, I think he is white because I think I saw this before.
He don't look white. He got a nice chin.
You see how Tone was with it too.
This is a white man.
That out.
I used to be Christian, so you changed religion. Who said anything about religion? Me. I don't get it.
Yeah.
All right, let's. I'm gonna just pull it up and then I'll read it. Maybe it'll make sense. Him. Pull it back up because I don't remember. Her. Her.
Okay.
Are we caught up?
I got you.
You might have to explain
This
that
is a
to me.
trans joke.
Oh, it's a trans.
Oh no, I didn't get that.
Christian.
How was that?
As in, who said anything about religion?
Oh,
Her
okay.
name used to be Christian. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
All right, I see the crowd.
I guess I would like that, but that could be a male or a female name, so kind of throw it off. Like, Christian can be a male.
And
or
Christian
female
is a
name.
male or a female. Yeah, that's what kind of threw me.
It threw me off.
Yeah, my
That was one of those.
It was a great swing.
Mm-hmm. And I missed.
It was a profound swing.
that was crazy. I thought that y'all. Nonetheless, let's go to in Johnny news. Let's start with this one. I feel like Johnny he kind of wanted to tap into this last week a little bit, so I think this is a great time to get into it. Can we go to Consciously? It's the guy with the dreads and it's a meme over top of him.
Or the locks.
Oh, yeah, let me go back.
You have to read it out, Tone.
Capitalism works, bro. I live for genocide, and I'm on
Hey Johnny, I'm gonna throw that alley oop to you. What say you?
I mean, that's just how it.
I feel like you was ready to get into like some communism, capitalism conversation. I don't know.
I mean, it says capitalism works. That's how it's supposed to work. I mean, our military is the most funded for a reason. These wars ain't cheap. There's a lot of people that get paid big money when we go to war.
True.
The recessions, that's just a lot of times, even like with this recent one, it's a transfer of wealth. There's people, taking the wealth from this, whether it's industry, sector, whatever, but it gets, one sector lose big, one sector win big. So it just makes me think, we always talk about capitalism and how much better than capitalism we are, but in reality, are we? Is it just the same?
Are you saying are we as individuals versus the system itself?
As a country, as a nation.
What was the statement you just said? How much better we are with capitalism? Is that what you said?
Capitalism.
Then capitalism.
Then communism.
Okay, so that's what I was about to say.
I was about to say I ain't really understand.
Communism.
Oh, so this is a plea for communism right now.
It's just a look in the
socialism. You a socialism type?
No, I asked the question.
I would love for us to be socialist, but we live in a capitalistic society. We have no choice but to be, or practice capitalism to some extent. There's no way you could survive in a place where everybody or where the system embreeds capitalism, So
I think it'd have to be a massive reform in ideology for socialism to actually work because again, it's we so ingrained in chasing the American dream, which is I can be rich and lazy. Truthfully, like I can work myself to a point where I can be rich enough to not have to work and I can do all the things that I want to do. That's kind of like the quintessential piece of like the end part of the American dream that even though most people can't achieve it, they'll fight to make sure it still exists. Let's go down a little bit. Let's get into this house conversation. It's a little bit. We about to go to another white man.
Who am I looking for?
You might have passed him already.
Go back up.
It's a white man with a beard. Hey, hit the refresh. I don't know, for some reason it's not on there, but it's on here.
Oh, so it should be at the top.
Excuse me.
All right, well, we can just go to
because I don't see it.
We can go to all right, so we'll keep it spicy then. Go up. It's a black lady to the right, and she makes a statement. Go up. And I love to get y'all opinions. Keep going right there. Why are you still there?
I learned how to walk out these people's life with no explanation. Why are you still there? Why are you? What are you waiting for? For them to act right? If they wanted to act right, they would act right. Why are you still there? Leave. Why don't y'all learn how to walk out these people's life with no explanation? Why are you still there?
I love to get the panel's reaction. React.
You can go ahead.
Me? Yeah. I was going to take a second to develop what I want to say, but I will start off with this.
You sure? We can throw it to Johnny real quick. We like putting him on the spot.
Are you ready?
I'm cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
We'll let our guests collect their thoughts. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, my first thought is I think people, especially with I hate to always say the internet age, but it's the digital. Shout out, B. Keeping up with the Joneses. As far as like a lot of people just afraid to be by themselves, and I think a lot of people would just rather be miserable with somebody than alone, trying to find happiness by yourself. Or a lot of times people think their happiness is tied to one person, and then without that person, there's nothing else. So.
Hey Johnny, real quick, talking to the mic. Like you got to get close to the mic. We can barely hear you. Okay.
I can't remember if you can even talk from. I think you talking in the top, and it's supposed to come from the side or something.
I can hear him just fine.
Okay, go ahead.
But all right, so Johnny, I don't know if you like actually addressed what to me I thought was important to address, where she said, "Why don't you just walk out them folks' life?" I mean, without an explanation.
Without explanation.
Yeah, to me that was like the thing that was like, this is interesting. What do you say to that? Because you just talked about like not leaving people in relationships ever or something like that. I don't know if you really. I guess I don't understand the question. Like, I think they're not leaving because they want somebody to. Why don't you walk out that person's life with no explanation, Johnny? Do you be ghosting women, right?
Not no more. But
this is why it was hard for you to understand this. All right, that's like normal practice of how you break up. No, yeah, you be like, all right, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's okay. You shouldn't do it without no explanation. You should just tell the person what's going on. But I think people just stay in bad situations because there ain't nothing, or maybe it's hard to break up. Maybe it's hard to have that conversation.
You ready? We need to go to,
I think first of all, Johnny said part of what I was going to say, and the second part to it is a lot of people find their happiness in quotations through somebody else that's miserable. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of adds thrill or toxicity to their life, and it's easier to make that a currency of happiness than going to find something else that actually makes you happy. Because one, you then discover like, damn, I'm really a miserable person. I had to be a miserable person in order to mess with somebody else who's just as miserable. And I put that in quotations because, there's such thing as bad pairings. But as far as the part of just leaving, I can't cat. I'm a ghoster, or at least I used to be. Now I'm learning a lot lately to just, say how I feel and putting it in a better way so that it could be received well and things like that. But I completely agree with this. I'm quick to.
Oh, you said you completely agree with it?
Yeah, I'm like, no contact. What I'm saying? What are we talking about? Because a lot of times when people are like, okay, I'm leaving, I just need to have a conversation with him first or with them first. It doesn't even have to be romance or just platonic. Or I'm gonna have a conversation. A lot of times they're looking for that other person to give them a reason to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, so say something to make me not leave you because I really don't want to go. But
so what do you think about just the idea that in a relationship it's two autonomous individuals coming together, and that person might not know exactly what you want unless you explicitly express it.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead. I was agreeing too loud.
That's my point. So if you leave without telling them like what your actual expectations are, what you want, isn't that kind of like just leaving off of the assumption that person should read your mind?
Yeah, right. I think, at least for me, why I've ghosted before is because I knew the other person, male or female, platonic or romantic, could not give me what I'm looking for. And I hate to sound like I'm just too good for this, but it's the truth. Like, it's like trying to go to Applebee's and getting like a 5-star steak, and you feel like, oh, well, I could just tell the chef this is the way I want it. I could just tell that. But it's like, you knew damn well when you walked into this restaurant, you wasn't getting a 5-star steak. And so you're trying to make this experience be something like a Ruth Chris, and you know that it isn't. And so you don't want to settle.
So you don't want to tell them that you out there lead. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, I can't cap because I think at one point.
But what if we just talking about like actual like regular things, like
right? And then don't ghost them. And so that's what I was saying. That as I've been maturing and really realizing, like, okay, I'm in Roof Chris now. Roof Chris be messing up. Let me tell the chef what I want because this is Roof Chris. Before I had Applebee's, you know what I'm saying? I knew that then, you know, but now this is something worthy of saying, let me tell this man what I want. Let me tell my girl what I want. You know what I'm saying?
So did you start seeing like similarities between Applebee's and Roof Chris? And you was like, man, this starting to look a little Applebee's around here.
No.
Oh, okay. Jeremy, bro.
No.
I know that. Hey, you know the funny the funny thing, and y'all, I always kind of I don't like the whole idea of like people. We've gotten to the place where like on social media you hear it all the time, like you outgrowing somebody. Like I've outgrown this and outgrown that, and in my opinion, I always say, well, you got to understand why it is that you connected with that person.
Right.
So that's within you.
Yeah,
that's within you. So we're always quick to like point outward. It's always these things outside of, and then I'm so good that now they're not growing anymore. I'm outgrown this, and all that shit sound good. In my opinion, most of you probably haven't grown. If you in a situation where you're just realizing that this relationship is not healthy for you, you probably haven't grown as far as you're thinking you've grown. You're just saying that shit sounds good. It's like one of those things we just talk about all the time, but in real life, you probably haven't. And in you being with this person or having the meme to me wasn't necessarily just relationship based as far as like dating. It was also just relationships that like, you know, that our relationship, you know what I mean? My homies, you know what I mean? Being around, because I know we all grew up in the hood, and I don't know about you, Bia, but I know, and Johnny,
same. I grew up from Jersey.
Okay, so the majority of us, majority of Black folk in general, we've come from a certain place, and we have friends that we brought along the way, and then sometimes we've seen those friends kind of just drop to the wayside. At the end of the day, if it's not something that's natural, that person, you don't even have to say anything. There's just a natural thing where if y'all really are so far apart, that person will naturally drop away. But you haven't grown so far if they're still with there. You're talking about this today, and they was your homie yesterday or last week. Right. You know what I mean? I think people just that shit make people feel good about themselves. But why are you staying around when you still got these people around? Because you're more like them than you're not.
Right.
That's the real answer.
People claim they're rebranded whole time. You're just, you know what I'm saying, packaged different, but it's the same shit inside. Yeah.
All right. That was my take on it. You done?
Yeah, I think that probably hit my time limit and or meme limit.
Well, we got Miss Bia next.
I sent my memes.
You gotta scroll up a little bit.
Yeah, I got you.
But I'll give a preview. I don't know if y'all ever watched The Circle off Netflix. Have you ever seen?
I think I might have looked a little. Yeah, maybe I've seen a little bit of it.
Okay.
Shout out to Taj.
Yeah, so Circle's a game show. It's a social game show. It's anonymous. You cover your face. You know, it's a whole thing. Truthfully, you'll just have to go see it. But one of the winners from one season ends up, winning a ton of money, gets a house. Her boyfriend actually after her. And so this is their storyline. That's the storyline how we end up getting their own reality show. So here we're looking at Delisa, that's the Circle winner, her husband Trevor, and Delisa's mom, who she doesn't have the best relationship with, but has an amazing relationship with her son-in-law Trevor. So you go ahead.
Yeah, but I know you guys could live together forever. Hi, I'm here too.
It's not big of a deal. Like
it is a big deal. It is a big deal. I'm gonna put the girls to bed because this is ridiculous, and I don't want to argue in front of the girls. Yes, baby.
At least someone's mom to move out, but at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like the right thing to do because, like, you don't put family out. I believe that wholeheartedly. Delisa needs to understand that we've had this bond for a very long time. Like
that's him and his mom.
No, that's his mother-in-law.
Like,
that's his mother-in-law.
Not competing with her for anything.
Doing a confession without his wife. Meanwhile, the show is about him and his wife. So I don't. Yeah, that's crazy.
The girls are sleeping. Yeah. So can we talk now?
This the money shot, y'all.
Whatever, Delisa. Go ahead. What do you want? You want to know when I'm gonna move? Whenever.
What does that mean? What does that look like? Can I have a timeline? Can I have?
You just want to nag. Stop already.
I'm not nagging. I have a question. I want to know.
And I already told you, and I'm not going to keep answering the same thing over and over again.
Whenever,
okay, enough.
Oh.
You see, that's so disrespectful. But if I did that to you, you would have a problem. That's so rude.
It's the most frustrating thing to see.
Is that her mom?
Yes, that's her mom in front of her husband. Yeah. So you could really pause it right here, Tone. Thank you.
So what conversation do you want to kind of get out of this?
Yeah, I'm about to layer it up really quick.
Okay.
One, before we even get into the how would you have responded in this situation as a whole, if you just even made it to this point, you have a phenomenal relationship with your mother-in-law, you know what I'm saying? You have a great relationship with your wife, you know what I'm saying, etc. But they beefing, and you see your mother-in-law throw a towel into your wife's face. What do?
My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Really?
That's your mama.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you something.
I thought that was like,
as a man, I'm gonna tell you a lesson we learned early on. Don't come between a mama and her daughter. We learned that early. That is, we can't do it because then y'all gonna get along again. And then we on the bad side of it. Like,
okay, I feel that from that angle.
That's an L. Yeah. First off, it's crazy that. So you're saying that him and his mother-in-law, which is his wife's mom,
yep,
they have a great relationship,
an amazing one, almost like she's his son.
But her and her mom don't have a great
not at all. Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's rough for the man to even have to try to coexist with those two variables.
Say it one more time.
She has a rough situation with her mom, like
but her guy is good with her.
Yeah, like amazing. Like it was her son.
They all live together?
They all live together. She stays with them momentarily, sum up with her house, but they got this house through the Netflix show money. That's why I tell you all of that.
It ain't a real house. Okay.
What you mean though? They bought that house with that.
You said through the Netflix money. I thought you said through Netflix.
Oh no,
I thought it was like a fake house that they just living in.
The wife wins the game show by being a catfish playing as her husband. So it's like a social game show. You pretty much is trying to be the top influencer by the end of the season, et cetera, et cetera. So she wins that money for the house. He plays the show too, but he ends up losing. And so he doesn't get the money. I think he ends up being like runner up, which is great, but you did not get that money. It's her house, you know. And I hate to throw that in there because, married couples, I
got a quick real, how you feel about him living in her house?
Yeah, you don't do it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, hell no.
That's a previous conversation. I ain't mean to do
that. Hey, we can go there. We can go there.
When you say her, who's her? The mother-in-law or his wife? That's his wife's house.
Real quick. Real quick.
Oh, okay, right.
Only way I would move into my wife's house is if I have a house myself as well.
Oh man.
That's prerequisite. I don't believe in men moving in with women at all.
Really?
I mean, dating, none of that shit. I don't believe that you should move in. That's just my.
But if y'all get a crib together,
that's different.
Okay,
you said together.
Right. Real quick, both of them was on the show, right? I'm trying to remember because I watched.
Yes,
the both of them together.
No, not at the show.
That's what I
she
thought.
played one season, she wins. He does the next season, he loses.
Oh, okay.
But he plays as his wife, she plays as him, and so
I didn't see the season where he played as his wife.
She made a loser.
Oh my God! Jesus Christ!
But yeah, you wanted to break it. Okay, so how about you answer your own question?
Me?
You posed to us about how would we feel about being in that scenario? How would you? What would you do?
With me, no. Oh, if I was a male,
yeah. If you was a man in this scenario,
I'm like, you doing too much on your daughter. This, first of all that. No. Let me. I do respect what y'all saying that as a male you don't step in it because once we become cool, now you have. I get that, right? But knowing that my wife and her mom has a rough relationship, and me and her mom are so close, she treats me like her son. Like she be kissing on him, she be rubbing him down. You know what I'm saying? They're very, very intimate. Like he was her own blood type shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with all of that, with me having that, I don't even know how I like that wording. Intimate? I know, right? Maybe another word.
Crazy.
No, it looked like it to me too.
That's what it looks like. Now, granted, God forbid.
A quick take. I think in general, and this is well, I'll say this with having sisters and just seeing women in their moms in general, is that there is a real thing called the mother-daughter rivalry.
Absolutely.
It's even a thing in like psychology, but it's like in general, that is a thing.
Yeah.
And as a guy, like, if you've been around it long enough, it's just not your place.
Right.
Like in the back and forth is going to exist pretty much no matter what.
Right.
And you know what I mean, depending on the person, it might be variant degrees of it, but yeah, that as a guy that you stay out of women business right there, in my opinion.
And so I agree with that, but all of that aside, as adults, as me, And so I keep thinking from the wife perspective, but I'm gonna keep it high. I can't think from a male because I'm not too sure. But as the wife, please tell this lady stop throwing towels in my face in my house that I paid for. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you want to stay out of that, but I'm being attacked in my own home. Can somebody say something?
Your mama.
And so she's telling her that she don't want to go because the husband wants her to stay or don't want to get in the middle
and
of
see,
it.
The thing is, bruh.
So as the husband,
that's the problem.
Let me get you an apartment. Yeah,
see,
let me get you an apartment.
The thing is that there should be, as a married man, you should understand that you shouldn't have any other woman. That you shouldn't have a relationship with another woman to where that, you know what I mean? Any of this, she ain't rubbing you down and kissing on you. I don't care if that's your mom's. If that's your old lady mom, she still is out of place.
Yeah.
And you allowing y'all getting too comfortable together. That doesn't even make sense. Y'all on some weirdo shit to begin with.
Right.
Like there's no way. Like at the end of the day, we'll that's another. I was going to ask about this. No, you continue with your question. You had some additional lines of questions.
No, I mean, I think we covered them all. Because that's the main point I want to get across. Somebody step in and teach this lady some boundaries. But I'll answer the question. I'll say this: if I was a husband, I wouldn't step in. But we lay down together at night. I would have her conversation. Hey, you trying to go in on an apartment for your mom's? I understand how uncomfortable she makes you feel. I don't have no problem with her being here. You know what I'm saying? That's my lady. But you as my wife, I want you to feel comfortable in your own house, babe. Let me know what I can do to either one, get your mom's out of here, get her in a what is it? Man, in-law suite within the house. It's a lot of layers.
I don't think most of that shit is your responsibility.
Somebody asked the man.
It's damn. I guess all right. We can get into this real quick.
Okay.
I don't think that what you like the scenario that you was just running down is explicitly y'all job as a couple and his job as stepson to be supporting her son-in-law, supporting her mom. I imagine maybe is she an only child? It should be like brothers, sisters,
to kind of step in with
her brothers and sisters. Whoever the elders are of the family, it shouldn't be only us supporting and housing, and if not, all else has failed, because that puts you in it's just I don't specifically think that's
for the sake of the scenario. Let's just say that they are only children. You know what I'm saying? Because in this situation, that's what she's treating them as. That's her only daughter, and in fact, I actually think that is her only daughter. Actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Only daughter or only kid?
No, only kid. My fault. Okay. Yeah, I think it is. Which makes
it
rocky.
It makes it a little bit, but I still think that onus on a full autonomous adult doesn't come on y'all as the kids. I
completely agree. And then I don't agree with that. I really I'm not fond of those scenarios where they, you know what I mean, where it comes down to that, where you have to, like, this is not something that we just decided that it's best if you move in with us, like health reasons and things of that nature. Now that makes sense. But then when it comes down to a point to where now you have to move your parent in because of financial reasons and stuff, that makes relationships, that adds an additional strain on relationships when relationships are tough in general.
Right.
Then you add an additional person into the inner workings of the household and all of that's just too much. And the last thing I'll say about it is that he doesn't have any onus he doesn't have a fight in the matter. He should pretty much tell her that this is your mother. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not a question of whether I want her to stay or not. You should never have an opinion on whether you want her to stay or not. I mean, if you want to provide an opinion, what you think should happen, that's fine, but that's her mom. You know what I mean? You're supposed to let them work that out, and you need to be shutting the fuck up. Go and sit down, bro.
Listen, or at least stay out of it. I think what makes the mom so comfortable is because of how close she is to the son-in-law, and the son-in-law is just feeding.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is this a TV show that's on now?
Yeah, I think it might be TLC.
It's still going.
Yeah, like
he's messing with the mama. It's gonna come out.
Oh no, absolutely.
He messing with the mama.
All this meme stuff aside, they sleeping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They getting busy. That's the only way you can pull off something like that. Like this is toxic. But yeah, that was my piece on that. I think that's the only one I sent though.
Yeah,
that was a good one. That was a good one. Sound like we had a good conversation on that. Okay, so me then, huh? So me. What we got, Tone? No, we ain't got to do that one. Let's scroll up. Only sent in like 3. No, I skipped that one too. Keep going up. Check your boy right. This was funny to me. Y'all might not think this
right here to my
funny.
car.
Yeah. Read it too though.
I played in.
That check engine light.
To me, that was hilarious. I'm also a car guy, so that was hilarious to me. Go to that one right there. Yeah.
December 6th of last year, gave a 2-month notice. February 1st of this year, I went into, that was my last day, handed over my laptop and went into full-time entrepreneurship.
Good. This is exciting, man. So you've been a full-time entrepreneur for 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
How much money have you made in 10 months?
$1,000.
Wow.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, are you married?
No.
You live with your parents?
I moved back home. I sold my house last year. I had a house, and
I was trying to figure out how you survive.
Yeah. I quit December 6th of last year. Gave a 2-month.
So who is he? Like,
that's David Shands.
It was still more.
No, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. I use this one because like I believe that entrepreneurship is very a positive. That's a step in the right direction for the community at large. But I also believe that you have to have you want to be stable. You know, like quitting your job to do that full time, making $1,000 in 10 months. First off, if you sell your house, don't. Well, I won't say that. If you sell your house, and if that was like the plan, so I'm going to sell my house, I'm going to have this amount based on the equity that was in the house. Mm-hmm. This is what I have, and this will hold me over until I can get a return on my investment.
Right.
The thing is that sounds good. Hopefully, it works out that way. But what if it doesn't?
Right.
So you end up like
in red.
In the red, because I mean they say what the first 3 to 5 years you're going to be in the red.
Right.
So you only 10 months in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And only made $1,000.
So a year, $1,000, you need to quit.
So I think this really would be a fun exercise, probably.
Okay.
I would like everybody in here to guess what she's selling.
Oh, do we know?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Let's start with Tone. What you think?
Oh, bro, I don't know. I don't know, man. She whatever she's selling, she's selling it right.
Real. Let's go around the horn.
Hey, I don't know how you come up with it.
Come on, you got to give us an item. What you thinking?
Only $1,000.
$1,000 in 10 months. What was you?
What you think that she could sell?
I know she's selling lashes.
Apparel.
I think she's selling cupcakes and she eating them all.
Oh my God.
Stop eating all the goddamn
fat shaming.
That was
you'll be eating all of them.
They gonna get us for fat shaming.
Hey.
But I do want to go back really quick to what you were saying. That entrepreneurship is a good step for everybody. And no, it's not
everybody.
Everybody is not meant to be entrepreneurs.
Facts.
Everybody is not built for that. Everybody doesn't have the same dedication or persistence or lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? With entrepreneurship, you have to sacrifice a lot to get into that black by year 3. You know what I'm saying? And folks be trying to get a Da Vinci bag as soon as the money drop. And I'm one of those people. But I'm trying to change my philosophy so I could be a better entrepreneur. But if I'm just that bad and I can admit that, I can only imagine the other people. You know what I'm saying? So of course she only made $1,000 in 10 months. She gave the laptop up before she made $1,000.
Exactly. Like
we got a comment.
Don't
said definitely fat shaming.
Come on, man.
Hey, I was just trying to figure out what you think she was doing. What job she was doing. I think
it was apparel. Yeah.
Them cupcakes was coming out hot and she was looking at them, John. And they were talking to her.
I don't know, Johnny, what you think?
I said lashes. I think she.
Oh no, I'm talking about the meme in general.
I mean, like she said, some people are better off just being a worker. Like, I mean, if you're not going to do that, I mean, sometimes that's the best route for some people. Hey, I will say this though.
Uh-oh.
If she's willing to stick it out and she's cool and she can keep going, I'm not here to tell nobody to stop doing what they're doing either. So I feel like if you got it, like if you okay, if you stable.
Where you at?
First up, you're not stable
at all.
You're not stable
in the slightest.
You're not stable. There's no way you're stable. The thing is that you gotta put the groundwork down. You ain't stable moving back in. That ain't stable. And she
her mama stable, her people's.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, right.
For everybody to be out. Then what?
Out of food.
So I got a quick question. This is spur off of this where we're at. So I think that we all know the male rules when it comes to like moving back. Like if you was to have to like fall on hard times and move back in with your people, right? As a male, we know, and you probably gonna have to get your ass up.
Probably
get a job. Just listen for a second.
Me.
You probably gonna have to get your ass up, get a job, contribute to the household. Like any extra little thing, take out the trash,
cutting the grass.
Like you're gonna have to do all those. As a woman, is there like an actual like is there expectations if and when y'all would to fall on hard times as say she did? Yeah, would there be any actual expectations to it?
What you mean though? Like what her parents would expect her to do in the household since she moved home?
Yeah, like with guys, like if you're not providing anything, you're gonna get kicked right back out.
I don't feel it. Yeah, because folks have different expectations for men versus women. At least for me, I'm the oldest out of my siblings, and it's 2 girls over 1 guy. Do we put my brother to work? Yes.
I'm about to say,
but we did not my mama though. We always tell my mom and even my dad that y'all could have done a better job in making sure he keep his keep, or like what you saying, if he's in a household, and he's doing a lot of that now, so we're proud of him. But like as a woman, yeah.
If you was to move back right now with your parents,
my parents would expect me.
Would they expect you to pitch in on bills? And if
Absolutely.
you didn't, would you be able to still stay?
Absolutely. And I probably would be able to still stay, but I'll probably have to fight for my stay like once a week. Yeah.
You said once a week?
Yeah, like we'll probably get into it. She's like, bad, please, you have to, add to the house. I'm like, come on, Ma, I ain't got it. And that'll probably be like a Sunday, every Sunday.
So do you think that you can get off 10 months of that?
Probably, I'll probably leave myself. Oh. You know what I'm saying? But just think about my situation. I'm like, just knowing who I am, I can't sit on my butt for 10 months and only make $1,000. When she said $1,000, when I dropped these crew necks, I made $1,000 in a day. You know what I'm saying? $1,000 in 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you selling? What season are you selling it in? You know what I'm saying? Who you selling it to? Who's your audience?
Damn, is a good joke.
You ain't want that money. Go ahead.
And she just said that. She said something that I just recently, and this is one of the things, and with you being an entrepreneur is something. I was listening to a guy, he was talking about how within COVID, we've seen a lot of Black people get into entrepreneurship, which I mean, I thought it was dope to see. But what he was saying is that he was seeing that as far as our let's say yearly income,
right?
Ever since we've gotten into entrepreneurship, as much as we have, as a community, the income has gone down.
Yeah,
it's going down quite a bit actually. And so he was saying that like entrepreneurship it sounds good, but we can't. It's obviously that to the detriment of the community for everybody trying to do it.
Right.
And then he also was talking about what as Black people, what we oftentimes do is we create a business selling to solely Black people.
Yeah.
And that is one of the that is one of the causes of the failing, is because we're selling to ourselves, and we know how we feel. Some people,
it's not diverse enough.
It's not diverse because while it's creating a product solely for Black people, it's not, you know what I mean? When you say the people with the, let's say, highest poverty rate, you know what I mean? Just to do the math, it doesn't make sense. So we say to open that up would be the best means of you know what I mean, starting a business, because like to me, if you just think about it all the way out, it doesn't really make sense.
Or not even. Oh, go ahead.
Oh well, no. I guess one I was gonna say. We got another comment, and I think that this is probably a really good segue into that Forex conversation that you want to have.
What the comment say?
If I couldn't afford to pay, I would be expected to cook and clean daily, all food from scratch.
And I could do that. Hell. But what was you saying?
Oh no, I was saying I think that the entrepreneur this conversation where we're landing at, especially if we're talking about 2020. If I was to give, and I don't want to like step on your question. I know you had a Forex question. I know my response to the question led inside a lot of this arena.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you want to ask the question? I guess I'll we'll wait for it.
That kind of throws off the. That throws everything off.
My bad. We
man, I could jump everywhere. That's all. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's it for that one. And then I have one. That was only my just one more. Let's go to the couple right above the mint guy.
Oh.
You said the couple?
Oh, I don't think they're a couple.
Practical examples what my girlfriend did that let me say I'm married and give her money. Never leaving her. One, we was out dinner, and we was in Bermuda, and I was at a fancy restaurant, and it's very expensive. And we got ready for the bill, and she slid $200 worth of cash, and she kneed me underneath the table and put it in my hand, and just turned and just had the conversation with the other couples. And it was like, when it's time to pay for the bill, I paid for it, but I didn't have $1 to my name. But she made sure that she understood a man needs to be respected in public when you take me out. Because she's so sure. She could have been like, I got the money. Oh no, I'm paying the bill. But she was like, my man is here. And this is his first time being in my friends. It's first time being in my neighborhood. And we didn't have a conversation. I didn't prep her. I didn't say, she just was like, let me go ahead. You take care of it.
That's some game, ladies.
That's some game.
Women like.
So
I'll give you some practical.
The reason why y'all know where I stand on this. Y'all know where I stand. It's the same, the don't move in type of thing. Establish yourself and then start looking for relationships. I'm not a proponent of going into the idea of dating someone not in a position to present value, even though you can present value in other ways. But I still stand on the old school way. I know a lot of people like the modern ways of thinking, and I'm not on that type of time.
What's
I like
the minimum income for a nigga to have to start dating?
The minimum income, and honestly, it's not even based on income. It's based on accomplishment. So what have you done? What have you actually done to like? What have you solidified yourself?
It's a lot of niggas with like a lot of accomplishments.
What I'm saying, do you have a place to stay? Do you have your means to getting yourself back and forth to your own job? Mm-hmm. Are you the thing is that are you able to sustain yourself so that you don't that you don't become a burden to someone else? So you don't need to get into a relationship to become a burden on somebody.
Yeah.
Especially not I know women can get away with that, but like men generally, and like I said, as a traditional man, I don't believe in that. I believe that you don't start something to become a burden to someone else. That doesn't make sense. And so I don't know what the minimum income is. It'll be whatever the minimum income will be. It'll be so that you whatever it is to have your own place,
you can survive.
So that you're already surviving.
Yeah.
Right, but what you said to start dating sounds higher than surviving also. Because you're saying that
to survive while dating.
Yeah, you should. Like it sounds like because
accomplishments makes it seem like a lot.
Oh no! When I say accomplishment, I'm talking about having your own.
But to me, not even because I think that you can have like all of those things and then not really have enough like extra money. I imagine that you probably want to have like a certain amount of free money. I guess I'm asking this question specifically in the idea that a little bit of what you said, and maybe if you're just saying like have your own house, car. Because what he was saying didn't like specifically.
He didn't say any of that. Right?
Any of those things. It didn't hint
he
towards
just
that.
Some bread.
Right.
Yeah, and it sounded like it was a bread issue, and that's why I was asking. So, is there like an income limit? And then I'm wondering how many people get X'd out of the dating market that shouldn't be dating.
No, so
based off of like your commentary.
So what I was saying was like with his situation, I was going back into like how I feel about the dating in general, but just for him, this specific situation, he can't afford to pay for the meal. She handed him the money under the table to make him to pretty much make it so it's not embarrassing that he can't and that she was going to pay for it. Mm-hmm. I would say that just on that, it's dope that if that's the sort of scenario that you have, I guess that's dope for you. I'm not on that type of time. I'm not really like, I'm not the dude, like, I don't want to eat somewhere that I can't afford to eat. Right. I'm not trying to do that. Like, right. I understand that, like, I can't afford to eat here, so I'm not going to sit here and that's like the idea of dudes. They always talk about a woman, when you take her on a date, she want to eat better than she can eat herself. Like, yeah, no, bro. I'm not as a like, bro. You don't need to be trying to eat somewhere you can't afford to eat at. Don't be sitting here having these shrimp, crab rolls, and all this shit. And you know what I mean? You can't afford it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
So I guess if I want to kind of stay closer to the meme, it sounded like maybe they was on like they went somewhere to be with her family or something like that,
friends or something like that. Yeah,
because it sounded like that.
Yeah.
So to me, where I'll kind of like ask the questions around. To me, I imagine a lot of relationships, and this is like truthfully, like most people even that came and sat in this couch when they was married, it's seasons. In which there's seasons when the guy's up, seasons when the guy's down, seasons when the woman is up, woman is down. Like he didn't like explicitly talk through like their dating and like that's it. This is the first time of something like that. This might have been like shit. He might have been up and he might have lost his job. Let's say he was in tech.
Or his card might have just simply been locked. In them 20 minutes, it's time for
him
to pay.
Well, he said he didn't have the money.
But I mean,
he said
no, he did. But to me, like, imagine if, like, just say he was inside the wrong sector.
Reach for my guy.
But
she tried to give him hella benefit.
I'm still trying to give him please too.
Go ahead.
But I'm like one. I just would like to frame it inside the idea of like the seasons in which like we've all sat here and listened to multiple married people speak through the idea of seasons in which like sometimes you're leaning on each other, and that's the real idea of like a partnership and staying together through and enduring through inside relationships. The other, well, I guess I think I'll leave that at that. What I took from the meme in itself was like the idea of respecting, say, like a man's place inside like the scenario, whether like you got it or don't. And like for example, like I have a good enough example, I think, that leans a little bit to this, and this would be like another shout to Taj. We're like what we have like a joint card and joint bank account in which we both put in a certain amount of money towards it monthly. And this is like literally our vacation and our date night budget, right? So we broke down how much each person's going to put in it, and that just is what it is. I'd be bad with like bringing cards places and shit, so I just let that shit at the house, right? And this was a time where like I had,
You don't wear a wallet?
No, it just wasn't in my wallet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, what it was, I hadn't activated my card. Like,
okay, go ahead.
That's really what it was. She activated hers before mine, right? And so we was out of the dinner, and of course, like this is coming from like our budget that we like already put aside. It just was what it was, but. Instead of her just pulling out and just be like, boom, like here you go.
She gave you her card to your joint account.
Yeah. And to where like still optically the idea is still making sure that the placement is where it needs to be placed at.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what he was speaking about.
Yeah. It's the idea of like pretty much helping protect your man's ego.
Right.
It's like that's kind of really what it is.
Probably, yeah. I guess
it's like that's what it is. It's helping at the end of the day.
And I think that's a good thing on both sides, male and female.
Yeah.
Like you better tell your woman that she's beautiful, and like for her, she shouldn't be trying to tear you down in front of niggas.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
No,
you had your head,
Johnny. If you don't talk, bro,
you put a mark up. I was like,
I was just I forgot what I was going to say. I had a mental note. I just
so it's on you anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, Bia, did you give your opinion on this?
Yeah. But he was saying how what did you say? How much somebody should make?
Oh, he was asking.
I was asking that general question based off of his response.
Yeah. I actually want to give a number. I think it's today's. No,
I like this.
Low-key because
I like this. She's
I like it too.
Relax. Let's
with me and my boyfriend now, and at least like how we've gone through our season since starting to date.
Okay.
When people say you don't make enough to date, respect. You know what I'm saying? Because in undergrad with dating, you could date in a safe space and not have to worry about finances. You know what I'm saying? Money, and even if money was there or wasn't there, it wasn't a determining factor. You know what I'm saying? Right. Tricking the refund. It wasn't a thing. But now that I'm coming to my grown woman era, and as I think back, I'm like, y'all. Okay, I'll put it like this. So my younger sister, not to put too much of her business out, she was dealing with a guy and, you know, wasn't too sure where they are, but he would date and he would like spend a lot of money on her and all that good stuff. And I'm like, well, what does he do? He's a truck driver. I'm like, duh.
Shout out to the truck driver.
You know what I'm saying? He's spending money on them craft food balls, and you know what I'm saying? Like, she felt like she had him where she needed him as far as spending his money, but I'm like, and I hate to put it like this, can afford like 10 of you. You know what I'm saying? With how much he make as a year span. So I take that back. I don't necessarily want to put a number to it, but
I was ready for the
okay. I'll say the number. The number should at least be between 60,000 to 80,000. You know what I'm saying? 55. Y'all think that's too much?
You know, you making niggas. You know, way above average. It's
you know the
average is like 35.
It's like 40 for men. It's like 45 and some change. For women, it's like 47 and change.
Yeah, I know. It's tough, but it's the truth. Like rent already $1,500.
I ain't going that far, bro. I think I ain't going.
And then 2 rents. It's great.
We got some comments.
What they say?
Since when is it necessary for a man to have the world in order to have a woman? If so, none of you.
We did not say any of that.
That's
not what we said. 55K. Let me stop.
I didn't say that.
He said, if so, none of you would be born. Stop being a bottle top.
Wow.
I don't know what a bottle top
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I ain't say the world. I just think that there should be some kind of basement to where, like, okay, I am good enough to start. Because then you don't want to be dating somebody and putting yourself in a worse financial position. Like, because you want to court and then because as men, we naturally going to spend more than we need to. Because we don't want to make it look like we couldn't
lay
do it.
down and you ain't getting none. You think about all the money you spent that day to not get none. You know what I'm saying? You sick.
And I
spend money and so that's why I was my fault. And that's why I was talking about the truck driver. I'm like, you know, how much has he made you? Like, that's what he do. I'm like, of course. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel like you're in this best place.
Them rest stops,
you know what I'm saying? Like he has he has disposable income. Like
the thing is too is that like you don't want to get caught in the idea of thinking that because he's spending money that means y'all that means
exactly. And that's what I was explaining to myself. You're not even getting a thick enough percentage for him to not play. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
They'll be trying to take up all his extra bread to make sure.
At least I feel like that's what you should do to make sure he's not taking nobody else on no date.
It's a tricking conversation.
It's not tricking per se.
No, that's tricking.
But tricking goes into it, yes. Because if I know you can afford 2 of me, that's a problem. I need to be.
That's good.
But it's not because
take up all that space.
Yes, because you spend that money elsewhere. Is he not? No, exactly. That's what I was telling my sister. If he can afford 2
wait. Can I please? That's
different, but he's not acting like a man that's saving the bread. You're spending it frivolously. How do I know that you're only spending that with me? I know you're not.
No, but you can't assume
maybe that's not the guy that you need to be with.
Hey, of course, right. That's
get you a 50K nigga. He might actually spend his bread accordingly.
Oh, what you got to say to that part? What about that part? You heard what he just said?
That he'll spend his bread. I mean, of course he would. He don't got enough to.
No. He said get you a 50K nigga, so you ain't got to worry about that.
You worry about excess bread.
But we could barely go out. The point I'm making is this: it's a thin line and a safe space between all of that, right? Make sure you date somebody who has enough so that y'all can do nice things. And then if you are dating somebody that can, you know, take you to the moon and back, make sure you're the only person who got that passenger seat. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll be taking several people
to the
with
moon.
him, right? To the moon. And that's the issue. Yeah.
Real quick, Monk said a bottle top is capping, so he said you capping. And then he said,
and we got Steffi B says she's speaking facts.
Oh yeah. Say, if a man feel like he should pay for everything, then he is a fool. And if his lady pay for it and he feel bad, then he should feel that way. Something wrong with him.
Yeah, I can't even fraud it. Like
I ain't mad at that take.
Yeah,
I can't fraud it, but I'm one of those dudes that like I just ain't really too
Bro,
much.
your situation is not the same. You I'm not saying that in a bad way. Hold on. I'm not saying that in no bad way. Bro you have a real special situation where you did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah. No, I get that. And I'm not like I understand, but only thing I'm saying is that like we as men, we do have to hold ourselves to a standard.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody disagreeing with that.
Yeah, that's the only point that I'm making, that we have to hold ourselves to a standard. And like I say, I don't want to be a burden to someone.
Yeah.
I don't want to like coming into something like I might as well be a burden to my damn self for a while. Then when I become not a burden to myself, then I am equipped to, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of wiggle room in between gainfully employed and being a burden.
So
but hold on,
I've been trying to get to me.
one of the important parts of this conversation, you hit at it a little bit at the beginning, was like, I do think that there is an income / age range / socioeconomic and educational thing that all kind of wraps itself together.
Yeah.
And I think that at certain ages, I don't think that really in college and below, bread is not even like a thing that should be a thing that should be factored. I also think that like your first 3-4 years out of college, it probably ain't even, because most people are just now getting set in their careers and probably going to make a pivot in their career. I think once you get like inside that 28 to 31 range, it starts weighing way more, especially explicitly for the men. And then as you go up, I think that there are more expectations, as you said, the accomplishments. And a lot of those things end up being like the trinkets that do come along with it. Even if you don't make, say, 80 to 100K, if you have a house, a car, and that, let's say your mortgage is at, say you was like early before pandemic, you got an $800-$900 mortgage.
Hell, $1,100,
$1,200.
You know what I mean? Cheaper now or something?
No, they were cheaper during that time period.
So folks is dropping $2,200 on the mortgage.
My bad. Yeah, right now the mortgage is like 36. So for like interest rate, what the average in Charlotte is like 400K. Like you're right in between like 380 and 400K.
Okay.
And with the interest rate where it's at, and then you add inside tax and like likely what you're gonna be, you're right. You're right between 3,200 to 3,600. But we didn't get into this, but there's a really interesting thing where, and this is where like millennials and like your generation, you're inside a tough spot because of the pandemic is almost aligned. So like I'm it's always easy for me, like I'm fairly transparent with like finances, where for me I got really lucky when I got my house. So with my house, I got it in my mortgage is like $1,300.
Wow.
And
a blessing.
And that's because of I got it at a 2.5 interest rate. Right now, interest, if you just do the mortgage calculator, that's the thing that it'll run it all the way up.
That's what. You're talking about 2.5 versus like 6 point.
Right now, you're lucky. Like right now, it was peaking close to 8 at a point. Then it came down a little bit. But with that, that's like from 1,300 to 3,200 to 36. That's $2,000 of just finding your way into middle class that you got to find.
No, that's fact.
And so like if you're pre-pandemic, it's different in your income. Just to have a house and be stable is different than post-pandemic. Like I think like it's almost close to like 100 to 115 if you're post-pandemic. You was between 500 to 800. Yeah,
talking about annual.
Yeah, annual income. Yeah. And like that is a really interesting. Same difference with car payments. When you got your car, where the interest was at.
Think about it. Man, that's crazy, bro. With the rates doing.
Being middle class right now, like coming out of college.
Until I got older.
That's crazy.
It should be so much more.
I don't know where we gonna end up, Lord. Because I ain't got no house. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta hope for a market crash. Right now, there's a small correction happening, but you gotta wait it out.
And then Charlotte's just not gonna be that area. Oh, you don't think Charlotte?
It's gonna be expensive as fuck.
We got too many transplants. Where you from?
Charlotte's
Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a transplant.
I'm from Jersey also.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Where you from in Jersey?
North.
Really?
Yeah, let me. I grew up mainly in Charlotte.
Okay.
Like all my people were rooted.
But your people, yeah.
I moved down here when I was like 5, 6.
Okay, facts.
Yeah. So I wouldn't never claim Jersey. That's why I can joke on you. But
as soon as you said Newark, I was like, oh, I'm from Orange. But most people.
That's why my pop's from Orange.
Really?
Yeah,
that's no shit.
Just a few comments here. Right. If a man doesn't want to pay for everything, then he should date someone who is willing to go half. Date who fits your standards.
That's facts.
Agreed.
Date somebody who's willing to go half.
I'm just gonna keep reading.
Or it even got to be half. Somebody that's willing to contribute.
Man, date somebody who love you. Like that's what it comes down to. I'm so tired of this shit. Date somebody who love you, bro.
Get him, Tone.
Like when it come down to
get you a sugar mama.
Nah, not even that.
I went too far. God damn it.
Going too much, bro. All I was about to say.
I dated sugar mama.
This is what I'm saying.
Hey, Taj, listen. I need that best business idea to work out, and I'll be the house.
Bro, I know a dude who his old. I ain't gonna say my homie's uncle.
Yeah.
Wife. She bought him a Corvette not to go back to work.
Wow.
They've been chilling, you know what I mean? And
you wouldn't fuck with that. You wouldn't fuck with that.
No, I wouldn't fuck with
She getting you
Well,
your favorite old school.
Okay, so
what's your sign? You a Taurus?
I'm a Leo.
Really?
Yeah.
I see that.
Turning the Corvette down and going back.
No. What I'm saying is that,
You
like,
a July
at the end of the day,
Leo?
July Leo.
Okay, I see that.
What it is
What's
what
so
it is.
funny?
I'm not even a dude that can sit at home all day. Like when I tell you, like,
well, you better break that car and go into the hood and just try and fix it all day.
See that, though.
No, I like to get out and, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna sit in the house all day, which I had already done that. Coming out of the military, I did. You know, when I was when I first came home, I didn't work for like the first 3 years, and then that was like, okay, well, that's over with.
The military a good bit. I'm not even no recruiter or nothing, but. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make you a quick buck.
I ain't an advocate.
I did have more to what I was saying.
Go ahead, my bad.
I was saying,
go ahead, Tom.
I was saying, date somebody who love you, because somebody can have all the money in the world and they still don't actually love your ass.
Exactly.
Like, they gonna treat you like trash and pay.
And that's what I was saying about disposable income.
I'm like, if you're a woman that is cool with that, if you're a woman that is cool with that, and it's about the money for you, and like we see this a lot, there are a lot of women who stay in relationships with niggas who do them wrong,
right,
and do them totally dirty on every other end, but they can pay for everything. Like it seems okay, like it's that, like, and then there's also situations where there's women out here who have men. They might not have necessarily, like, okay, I've been in a situation before where me and my woman started out the same, and then it was like at a certain point I fell all the way off.
Seasons happen.
Now she did a lot for me, and I felt bad, and I was at a certain point where, man, I feel like I'm a burden on her income. I'd rather not be in this relationship, but it would have been wrong for me to break up with her.
Because she probably loved you for something other than
that. It don't have nothing to do with it.
Or she sees your future. And whole time that's what it be with a lot of women. Like, not even the potential, but I could see you going somewhere. Let me keep, whether that's financially, emotionally.
See, and then the thing for me is that, like, let's not, at the end of the day, that we can go from one extreme to the other. That's not what I was doing. But it sounds like that's where we're going. When emotions get flared up, it's from one extreme to the other. Only thing I'm not saying that you have to make no 100,000, because, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that have a standard for yourself. And at the end of the day, just do that. And I ain't saying, like I said, there's not a number. I didn't come up with a number because I don't believe there is a number.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about
the number gonna be different for everybody.
Different for everybody. Whatever you think your standard of living should be, that changes the number.
Point blank, if you love someone, you don't treat them bad. That's Donnell Jones, word to him. And what that mean though? What that mean though is basically like, if you with somebody and you just watching them struggle, like you don't help them in any area, or they're just watching you struggle.
As a woman, you couldn't look at your man and let that happen.
Yeah, and as a man, you should look at your woman and just be sitting there watching her struggle, or her do everything.
Hey, if I can interject real quick, I feel like a bit of this conversation is going to lead to Rail's topic. So Johnny, I think maybe it's on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
was on that motherfucker for a minute.
It was a good one though.
But I'm gonna be quick. First one, scroll up. One more time. That one right there.
The black.
The beige joint. You're gonna have to read it though.
Hey, Tom, before you read it, could you hit some of them comments real quick?
It's only one other comment.
Oh, it's only one. Okay.
We got most women always want a man to give them the world, and all they can give him some coochie. Coochie is for broke enrichment. The world being given to someone.
Name?
The world being given to someone is for only special people. Yeah, this
Majid says.
Like,
he said coochie is for broke enrichment. The world being given to someone is for only special people.
Middle class can't afford coochie no more.
Nah, they can't. I guess what he's saying is that they're broken in spirit, type shit. I don't know. But shout out to
and then shout out to Essex County.
Woo.
That's what county y'all from?
Yeah, that's Jersey. Oh, he probably don't know because he moved in when he was 5. Yeah.
You see how she added it because he moved in.
She was like, "You fake New Jersey."
But I moved here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a transport.
Listen, I pulled my car before you did. I had to let you know.
I wasn't gonna pull it. We not them kind of people. I'm an advocate for everybody getting the hell up out of there. It's a tough state.
I know for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a good one from Johnny. Just a friendly reminder, because social media might have you all confused on here. Men need women, women need men, and we are not at war. A cheater will cheat on anyone. Being single is fine if you are happy. Social media is not reality. It is just a highlight reel. Regular women with natural bodies are still winning. Show enough, I love it. Men who work hard for their families are still winning. Health is the only real wealth. you are enough. Be for life.
I like that one. Look at Johnny pulling
that was a good one, Johnny.
Mad at my boy Johnny.
I feel like
So, do you believe in exercising options?
What did that got to do with me? You
said cheating is cheating. I'm just making sure.
Controversial questions.
I'm looking through the memes.
You said cheating is cheating. I was just making sure you wasn't one of those guys.
It said a cheater will cheat on anyone.
But what y'all call him? The God? What y'all say he is? Kevin Samuels. What y'all call that man?
The what?
What y'all
The
call
Godfather.
Him? That's what he said. He said like men don't cheat as long as you make enough money.
Yeah,
ain't that what he said?
That's what he said. He said it's called exercising options.
I'm just wondering if y'all agree with that.
Kevin Samuels was never wrong. I think a lot of reason why people were bothered by what he's saying is because he was only speaking the truth from observation. That if you make enough money, you can't cheat because nobody's not holding rich cheating men accountable.
Especially if you got a prenup.
Yeah, right.
Prenup,
so as soon as he says it's wrong, but where he was only admitting what was happening in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So as long as I do make like past that certain income, it's not cheating.
And as long as you got a woman that don't consider it that, it's the truth. Yeah.
Let's go ask Taj about that.
Let's
see what Taj said.
Kevin was talking
about.
If my man make a lot of money, he cheat on me.
He's making $250, $300.
And he cheat on me?
Yeah.
It's really a problem.
It still is cheating.
And so
but he really just exercises his options.
Nah, he gonna find a
putting all that money
problem with me because I'm too smart. I'm not even a dumb woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you continue. I'm gonna plot. I'm gonna pull the bread. I'm gonna move bread. He gonna be like, damn, babe, what's going on? I'm like, babe, I don't know. And then one day, everything he's the house empty.
Oh, you gonna leave and not give him any explanation?
Yeah, I'm
go back to that first me.
I'm old girl from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. The wife that he left her for.
Listen,
I'll be honest.
The tub lady.
The other one.
The side chick that disappeared as soon as he got shot. Yo, I'm exactly.
I'll be honest. The To Be Fair show does not condone anything that was.
Don't condone violence. Yeah.
No, not that. I'm talking about the scamming that man out his money because he got some side. Come on.
What's worse, stealing his money and cheating on? What's worse?
What's worse? What you mean?
Bro, what you think about that? That's a good one. That's
actually worse than cheating. But you know what? Even if it is perfect, because my mission was never to be your equal, was to be worse than you. Yes. If y'all fighting right and a man hit you, you mean to tell me you're gonna hit him back with the same might? No, you're gonna hit him so he don't get back up again.
Hey, that's why you know what Kendrick Lamar said. What he say? A woman scored, you might as well kill her.
Exactly. You gonna have to put me down. Exactly. Why would I come back with equal fight? No, I'm coming back to win
for everything. You going for everything.
I listen again. Q from the To Be Fair show.
How did we get that from? His meme was so positive.
Like, I was so
because he was saying cheaters.
It was a positive meme that we got stuck on the cheaters.
It was because of him.
I like.
It's because of Q. He didn't even give it a time to breathe, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, shit. Since we there, and hey, give me the very first one. This will keep it kind of quick.
Oh yeah, I seen this.
Hey, and shout out my boy Ben Watson. He from Rock Hill too.
Let me go back.
Ben Watson.
Yeah.
Rock Hill, South Carolina too.
By the way, did you not get the memo on the suits? We all went dark today. You're like Easter service. Y'all kind of leave me out. But, man, as long as I get the text from my wife that says I look good. Oh, really?
Period. What the caption say?
That's not the one she sent me.
Oh no, that's one of them Royal and Tone jokes. That's the idea.
He said his wife though.
You put pause on, bro.
They started fighting.
Welcome back to the farm. You and I here.
Wait, I can't really see though. Did he leave?
Only one coming back.
Only one.
Oh wow!
Hey, you see his jacket unbuttoned and everything.
We'll see how.
And the thing about it is that those football players, is real.
Yeah.
The dude that said that would never play football. He went to the league.
Yeah,
the dude that said that.
That's really.
Nah, it was way out of pocket. It was like that's your wife. Like,
come on, yeah.
Hey, shout out to football.
Your mama, maybe, and I hate that.
Me and him, your mom all day.
Yeah, but your wife,
nah, bro.
We've been your mama for about 20
for years.
I stay out of all families. Yeah,
I really do love his mom though. That's the thing.
Yeah, me and Mama Ross got a great relationship.
They're not joking. And that's it. I mean, how much time I got left? They probably ate all my little time up.
We sure did.
That's cool. We'll switch it. We'll switch.
We got one more, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna save mine for next week because I got one for Johnny next week.
Next week too.
I got one for Johnny next week.
I got a couple more in there.
Hey, was it a snow bunny? My bad.
Nah, it wasn't no snow bunny one. I might have to find one. I know Johnny liked them snow.
So I got a question.
Go ahead, ask me the question because I know what you want to ask.
Preacher man.
Which one?
Okay.
Listen to what this preacher says about Tyler Perry.
The white,
Tyler Perry fooled the whole black.
The white one. You gotta listen to.
And let me tell you right up front, any of you young people, you want to marry a black man, you girls, don't ask me to do it.
Huh?
I will not. I refuse. I cannot do it with a conscience toward God and look these quotes in the face. You white brothers, you find a black sister, you want to marry an African or whatever more, don't ask Brother Donnie. I'll quit church. Suit yourself.
Oh, my God.
I'd rather you quit than me get in trouble with God.
Get in trouble with God.
Because God don't believe in interracial marriage. Is that what he's saying?
I guess that's what.
And let me tell you right up front, any of you young people, you want to marry a black man, you girls, don't ask me to do it.
You can go ahead and take that off.
Yeah, that was pretty ignorant, Johnny. That was an ignorant one to put up there.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Ain't nobody in the Bible white.
Right.
Nah, there's white people in the Bible.
Who's the white people?
They come in the Romans.
Oh,
okay. You start coming with the Romans.
Don't know his stuff.
Yeah.
Don't know it.
All right, so I think that 75% of the podcast tend to say Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. Right?
Who's the 25?
I don't know, but
who they talking about?
Matter of fact, I like for you to guess. If
Johnny right here.
Damn, that's crazy.
But so you stand out like a sore thumb.
But what I like to ask you about is how do you feel about snow rabbits? Are you
rabbits? Personally, nah, I can't do it. I went to a predominantly white high school. I did kiss a white boy before, but I just knew that like it's not even that I won't date them because of like the physical, but just more so the politics that goes with it as well. Like I don't want to make it seem like dating Black women comes with like its own handbook or like specificities or things like that, but it do low key. And like with the world that we live in, you as a white man can't provide me the comfort or the safety that I need as a Black woman. And then all my people gonna try you because you white. So you know what I'm saying? It's just you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a tough. You would have to prove yourself to my people almost every day. And then I would have to convince myself too, like, yeah, I don't know. And God forbid, but because I love my man now, he's Black. But I pray that God, if he was to put another man in my life, that he's Black as well. But I'll admit, just politically, it just won't work now.
See, that just sparked up a question. I don't know, man. So can I ask it real quick? I mean, it may end up growing too many legs, but so do you believe that people fall in love, or do you believe that people choose who they fall in love with?
People choose who they fall in love with.
Okay. Yes. I just wanted people.
There's no way you bump into somebody.
Oblivion, like I've been sitting there listening to people.
You're not that delusional. No.
Some people are that to act like that is really a thing. No, you don't, bro.
Nah.
So you make a choice and then
you make a choice.
And then you fall in love.
Think about it. I've chosen to spend every second of time outside of it being mandatory. So you don't fall in love just off of it ain't love at first sight. That shit don't exist. So if that doesn't exist, then I've chosen to give you enough time for me to develop feelings for you.
What is it? Lust in first sight,
lust
or
at first sight.
attraction in first sight, or I
just wanted to get that out the way, bro. That's fucking.
But you
stupid,
definitely
bro.
choose who you fall in love with. I agree. Yeah.
Well, it's about like that, and you hear and I don't care. I don't mind interracial relationships. I chose what I chose. You do what you want to do,
right?
But don't sit here and use that as your reasoning. Like just
and
be
say,
honest.
I just fell in. No, you met a white man. He took very well care of you. you were set and you fell in love with the
Afterwards.
situation that y'all had.
Yeah.
You fell in love with the way that he
made you
know what I'm
feel,
saying, made you feel right. But you're not gonna say, "Oh, I just so happen to fall in love with this white guy. I'm not normally into white guys." And you could believe all of that, babe, but you chose that white man.
Facts.
So I'll ask Johnny this last question before you ask that question. This is the way for you to clear the slate. I've been knowing you the past 3 weeks, right?
Because he's the snow bunny enthusiast.
I'm not an enthusiast. Wait.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding.
I like
What's your sign? Can I guess it really quick? You a fire sign?
No, I'm an earth sign.
Oh, really? Are you a Virgo? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Virgos like white women?
Not necessarily.
I ain't know.
But he was a Sag.
So Johnny, this is your chance right now. You can put it to rest. All your boys at the dealership watching.
Oh man.
And they want to know, Johnny, is no falling in love. Would you ever choose a snow bunny though?
Right. Be for real.
No.
Okay.
But then nobody keeps choosing you. Oh, so how do you end up with them?
You feel me?
Oh, they keep choosing you. Right.
No, they keep choosing me.
Because Johnny, he's like pure definition black man. You know what I'm saying? Dark skin. You know what I'm saying? That's how them snow bunnies normally want them, or either that or biracial. Like they never really go into
fetishizing.
Yeah, they fetishize
you
him.
a fetish
Yeah.
Piece of meat.
Yeah.
But so
hey,
he's like ultra.
Hey, Johnny, don't let them doggone deter you, bro. Stand up for your white woman.
Nah, for real.
Stand up for your white woman, bro.
You like that?
I mean, I put that up there for a reason because I'm gonna go back to where I was originally at with it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's because a couple weeks ago.
Hold on, but you did just admit that you like to fondle white.
You said that meat.
So when the fuck did I say that?
That's what
you just said. Oh no, that they be choosing you.
Yeah.
He likes to be chosen by them. Is what you're trying to say?
Me.
Yeah.
I don't like them back. And it's the differences.
Or at least not in the same way.
You said I
don't like them back.
Let's just pray none of his white women is watching.
Ain't got nothing.
Oh, okay, facts. Okay.
She ain't gonna put you out anyway.
But my thing is, like, I had a question a couple weeks ago about like black people being racist, and
black people could be racist.
Whether it's positive, but like so Umar, would we consider him to be a racist? Because he say the same thing this white man said, just in reverse. And I wonder, like what's the difference between?
We triggered you.
Wait, say that one more time for me. You said Dr. Umar said the same thing that the white man said. I see what you're saying.
And so
yeah.
Call him racist,
but we won't call Dr. Umar racist because black people can't be racist because black people are prejudiced.
Okay,
and I will keep repeating that.
So the only reason I won't call this white man racist is because this so-called racist white man is admitting that the people in the Bible is black, and that's why he's saying that
he can't marry white people.
Yeah,
white people, right?
Because in the Old Testament, the Israelites
said that.
Yeah, basically, like what he's
saying that admits that. Is what he's saying.
The Israelites was not permitted to marry outside of their culture.
Mm-hmm.
So the Israelites really is us. We're finding this out, so everybody kind of knows now. The Israelites was us. So the Israelites was not permitted to marry outside of their race. This was the law that God had gave them. Mm-hmm. So that's what I think that's what he's referring to. But the New Testament is kind of a different thing.
Right.
You know, the crazy thing is that like Johnny giving us that meme had nothing to do with what Tone is talking about. Mm-hmm. It was literally that the white man was racist, but to actually have the knowledge of the book, then you can look at this and say, well, I mean, he could literally be just doing the right thing.
Hey, I never thought that he was racist. And truthfully, when a lot of white men say things like that, or whether they say them out loud or, their actions showcase that, I don't be bothered at all. You know what I'm saying?
Don't bother me
at all, because aside from being black, but just as a Haitian woman, a lot of us Haitian people believe in or I think a better example is like Africans, right? And it'd be like Yoruba people only marry Yoruba people or marry within your village or things like that. How could that be racist if a white person was to turn around and say the same thing? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even take it that way. I'm like, okay, facts. You know what I'm saying? You're not down with the black folks marrying white folks, but I think there's a lot more other racist things that he could say for me to
exactly. Don't hurt my feelings. As long as you don't put no hands on me, talk all you want.
Right.
Don't touch me. Talk all you want, though.
As long as you respect your boundaries.
No, I'm done.
Oh yeah, that's all his meme. I'm done. Okay, I got one meme I'm gonna share because I thought this was profound. This on a positive note, kind of. So I'm just kind of curious about what y'all think it is.
He be turning it up.
As humans, we are wired to do the same thing over and over. We are creatures of habit.
You turn it up.
As humans, we are wired to do the same thing over and over. We are creatures of habit. And one thing I believe could be a game changer for a lot of us is getting back to what works. What is your algorithm for yourself that works? Do you know what is your peak time to work? Do you know when the time that you probably shouldn't have any difficult conversations? Do you understand what are the things that you should be working on and the things that you shouldn't? Understanding ourselves from a practical sense and a performance sense will help us get back to a baseline where we can perform and show up. So as humans, we are.
Yeah. So the main thing I like that she said there was like, what is your algorithm like in life? Like not just on social, like what is your peak algorithm? And that really got me thinking like, what is my algorithm? So I'm just curious, like, what is your algorithm? Like, what do y'all think of it?
I think it's dope. And that was honestly, that was one of the things I liked about the Katt Williams thing. But we ain't gonna go and don't look like we're gonna talk about that.
No, we really need to,
but we could have. But my thing is I like truth. Like I really like truth. So like with me, I'm honest with myself. Like if y'all notice, like if I'm falling short when it comes down to this work that we do, I call it out on myself. I'm the niggas gonna say like, yeah, nah, I've been slacking this, da. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person I don't mind taking accountability. I like taking accountability because at the end of the day, it makes it so that I don't have to think that you could be saying it behind my back and make myself feel away, all that shit. No, I'll just put it out there. I know I'm messing up, dog. I'm gonna tell you now. That happened. I'm getting myself together. And then like another thing is that like I don't really do things that I don't want to do.
Facts.
I don't really do things that I want to do. And then especially if you're gonna say like consistently over and over doing things that you don't want to do for people that you don't want to do them for, it's like, okay, well, I'm making myself feel some kind of way. And then I'm also giving a false expectation for the other person that they're thinking that I don't mind doing this. So like, no, I'm just honest. Like people that's around me, even like my family, like they don't ask me to do certain things because they know that that's not the type of stuff that I'm going to do. But then in these other areas, they do come to me for because that's the type of thing that I don't mind helping with. And I do dive sometimes over and doing things that I don't like doing, but it's not. I kind of live by like being true to myself because like like I know that at about 6-7 o'clock, I'm really about done. I'm done for the day. So this is my time to go ahead and do whatever I'm going to be doing and not doing anything else other than what I feel like doing at this point.
So overall, your algorithm has been working for you in life. Like the algorithm you have for yourself has been working for you.
I mean, I'd say I can get better, but it's been working.
Okay, that's good.
I think so.
And what would you say that algorithm is? I think that's like your question. Right?
I mean, I don't understand how you would really define the algorithm.
Like, what is your routine? That's more or less what it is. What are the things that make your life?
Well, I would say, okay, I get that. So my routine is getting my responsibilities out of the way as soon as possible, and then putting myself on the back end so that I can get mine on the back end. So that's literally like try to get those things done, so then I can get me. And I guess that works for me. Except with kids, you kind of that they are part of me getting me at this point. You know what I mean? They are part of that, but like that's what I use. Try to keep my responsibilities up front and then put me and I'll get mine on the back.
So what areas of your algorithm do you think you could work in?
I think that literally I can give more time to how I want to say this. That's a great question. In what ways could I do better or critique and mold my algorithm to work more productively for myself?
That's actually a thinking question.
It is. I couldn't give you some right.
I can't just think of it off the top either. I like give the audience something to think about too. Also,
that's a dope question.
Anybody else want to answer? One of y'all want to go?
I can.
I want to hear Q's answer too. Like,
I don't know. I think that this is a good question. This is almost like a topic question. Where like you kind of plan out a little bit of like the answer. If I was to say my algorithm truthfully, I think that my algorithm is undervaluing what I'm doing as it helps me push myself to work harder, if that makes sense. So typically I
see
I usually think I'm not doing enough. And I have anxiety almost every day of like, damn, you didn't fill these hours with doing X thing. You didn't get up early enough before work to work on X idea. And whether like the best or not, it has landed me inside a good spot enough to me, like when I reflect on it, and to where it's put me to where I've worked hard enough to get at least a baseline of things, in which that I'm proud and I'm happy about. But I also think that if properly held accountable, it does allow me the ability to not be complacent and push me to the next sphere that I want to. So I think the other side of it would probably be like embracing a piece of my algorithm, because of I think sometimes, let me see how I can frame it. Our expectations of ourselves is more valuable than the expectations of others. And by that meaning, like, usually I get a pat on the back by like what I do and what I'm accomplishing from most people around me. And they're like, man, you work hard. Damn, you do this, that. I don't, right? But I think that there's still value in the fact of holding myself to like a higher esteem. So I think that the balance of that, but there's like the dark side of the algorithm, because that can also lead to like really lows,
mental health shit,
where like you be like, damn, you ain't get shit done. But then, like, truthfully, if you just sit back and then you look around, be like, nah, you kind of doing all right inside, like your age group, inside like your peer, like you all right. It's not even that. But so I think that in itself, the valuing of what I'm doing, undervaluing, especially, definitely don't overvalue, but undervaluing, that's a bigger thing. So I guess we'll throw it to Bia.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot. So let me ask you.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess your sign. Are you an air sign?
I don't know. Like,
you don't know that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
are you born the first 6 months of the year?
Yeah.
Oh, are you a Aquarius? Do you know that?
Nah,
oh, okay. But you know what your sign is.
Listen, so I know exactly what
he Earth sign too.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, but I don't know like the.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna let you guess the rest.
What Earth sign is the first 6 months? Are you a
Wait
Capricorn?
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh, that's what I was like.
Oh, wait a minute.
Are you sure?
Gemini?
Yeah, I'm a Gemini.
I had a feeling, because I'm also a Gemini, but you're a May one.
Yeah.
Like super early May.
No, I'm late May. May 30th.
Really? Oh, really? Okay, I'm the 23rd.
Yeah. But not like I think that does bleed off often. Like as you see, like I'm super silly, but I can get really
no, absolutely.
like that.
Because the stirring of the pot is something I also do, but I'm like, I was trying to take this seriously. So
no, we're gonna have fun. To me, like I can get really, really serious.
Right.
But I think my best balance is like playing, because I'm typically more serious than I play.
And so to that, what you were saying about downplaying, your algorithm is like downplaying or undervaluing what you've done so that you could push yourself to continue.
Yeah.
I do the same, right? And so what I've been doing to kind of help with that, because you do slowly slip into like a depression of feeling like you're not doing enough, or you know what I'm saying, or you could do more, and then now you're over exacerbating, is that a word? Yourself and things like yourself and things like that. So what I did was, every time I've accomplished something, or you know what I'm saying, achieve something, I'll write it down on like a white little piece of paper and put it in a jar. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to remember it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's
fire.
I separated. Yeah, I separated really to let the jar collect. Yeah, right. To like let the jar.
Need motivation, you could just
I could just shake up the jar. I'm like, I did do that. I did. It's like a resume of like small different things. But then I get to continue my algorithm of undervaluing what I've accomplished so that I can keep going. And so even when I walk by and I see the jar, I'm like, oh, that could get filled up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I could do more. Or what have I done that I haven't even written down yet to throw into that jar? So I absolutely agree on that tip. And truthfully, that's what made me ask you what's your sign. And it's crazy that you're a Gemini.
Yep.
But in addition to that, I mean, I think for me, 2024 is figuring out like what more can I learn about myself to make sure my algorithm is what it needs to be, so I can end up where I want to end up. Like even with my graphic design and stuff like that, y'all only know one page, but I have like 4 different other pages for 4 different other things. It's like overload of like ideas and things like that. So it's like, how can I build this brand, right? And so that's what I was saying earlier before we started recording. And not to get too much on a tangent, but I think 2024 is really about brand, and like everybody's trying to brand themselves, and people say, oh, I want to rebrand for 2024, and they're just packaging it different. But I think for me specifically is like, in building this brand, what experience do I want other people to have when experiencing me? and that's what my brand will be, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm a good friend to my homegirls, that's my brand. That B is known to put together dope, little trinkets for girls trips or things like that, or presents, or a better woman to my man. That's my brand. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And so I think brand and algorithm kind of go hand in hand, but the algorithm is like the housekeep part, while the brand is the part that you present to the rest of the world. But yeah,
something I like that you said, Q, that like I wanted to zoom in on the dark side of the algorithm. That was a big part, because that's part of where I was looking at. Like my algorithm isn't necessarily, I don't do terrible. Like I'm about like how you are. I'm very hard on myself, and I have to sit there and think about it sometimes. Be like, oh yeah, well I'm actually doing okay. But there are some areas where it's like, this is like the dark side of my algorithm, and I need to get it right. Like as far as like procrastination, like I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I can do this tomorrow, and I do that until it comes to the last. I mean, and like my teacher noticed this in college, and I didn't understand it, but it was like I could do stuff at the last minute and it'd be great. But it's like now it's gotten to a point where
because you do better under pressure.
Yeah. But the funny thing is that when you get out of school, you just gonna procrastinate into that
for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Yep, and I was just talking about that.
Like you can just keep
because
keep kicking
a lot of us are great people. We just let systems discipline us rather than finding discipline within ourselves. I start spitting. But no, for real. And so my mission is to figure out in what ways can I discipline myself rather than leaning on the systems that I have been through in my life.
But truthfully, I think
to get me to that.
If I was to piggyback to that, because of like systems is like one of those big words, especially inside like relationship wise. Like I lean more into building systems that do work, that eliminate like a lot of like quote unquote faulty errors and different things like that. So like if I recognize, even if we say like the algorithm, or inside like whether it's in my life or if it's inside like relationship wise, things that I see are issues or could be issues, I try to find like a system that makes sure that we continue to address it to where it can't manifest and like build itself
and turn into
up.
a bad habit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Before we pivot to the questions and everything, let's go over some comments real quick.
All right.
This was from the interracial conversation, the interracial marriage or relationship. She said, there will always be a problem when it comes to integration. She put integration, but she correctly said interracial marriage. They're gonna still look at you as black, whatever you are, man or female.
Right. And folks be trying to say that, oh, I don't see color. How could you not see me? Look at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just dark skinned. I'm not even light. You know?
Me too.
Exactly. And that's what I was telling
Johnny,
you.
tell them
They don't even like Johnny.
you,
They
boy.
fetishize you. What? How could you look at me and not see color?
Trenches Politics TV says, salute to everybody in the chat and God bless you.
Word.
Shout out to the trenches.
God bless.
Yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. We sure appreciate y'all comments.
Yep.
And this is another one from if you don't have self-love, then you truly don't know what love is, because if you don't take care of yourself, how can you be there to take care of anything or any person?
That's right.
That's a big one. Yeah, you
I'm
ain't got no
been going all
self-care in your algorithm, then how you gonna care about somebody else?
That's facts too.
That's a fact. So I guess Johnny,
I gotta ask a question. So like at the end of the day, so will we say that a man that is back in the day, self-care wasn't a thing for men? Will we agree in that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Probably.
so will we say that if self-care wasn't a thing for those men,
we had negative self-care,
could they not care for their family?
The self-care manifested itself in different.
Yeah, that's about to say. It was just different. It was a different version.
A lot of times ended up being destructive. So you were still doing this shit for your family. And
so you were still caring for your family. You still loved your family, but
it was a lot of destructive stuff.
Yeah, like your self-care just manifested differently. Like that might have came out inside like vices or something like that. Like that, like truthfully, indulging in vices is also like because you're taking time for yourself to do something that you want to do.
I hear.
And whether that was like going to the shed and
or a
building
bad thing.
Self-care is not always a positive. Self-care
thing,
could also be a negative. Now that clarifies that.
People who tear stuff up to self-care.
Yeah, they got like whole live venues.
I actually want to do that. Let's go tear up a car
like a smash.
That shit would.
That seemed fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind busting the windshield myself.
But I guess we'll go ahead and land the plane there.
Yeah,
we got a few questions. We got a special guest in the building today, so we definitely want to see what she done brought to the table for us, so we can we like to eat, so we
We had a comment from Steffi B here real quick if y'all want to answer it.
Okay. What is it?
She says, what do y'all consider self-care?
At least for me, something that's positive to my mental. I think it's easy for a lot of us to call like getting your nails done, your feet done, your hair, or at least from a woman's perspective. And my homegirl, you can add to this desk if you want to. But like different things like that, we added to self-care. But I'm gonna keep it hot. At least for me lately, what I've discovered is that it's really a task. You know what I'm saying? Like it's exhausting. Oh, I gotta get up. I gotta make this appointment on time. I pray this lady's still willing to take me. It's a whole nother fiasco to those service providers. But to my mental specifically, like, okay, I went on a work retreat in California and they got a spa for us, right? And I'm not gonna lie, it made me a little nervous because the last time I got a massage, I was hurting really bad after because I have an autoimmune, and a lot of them aren't focused on like how that shows up in your body, and they just start touching rubber shit, right? And so everybody's like, oh no, you should do it, self-care. And I'm like, y'all don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't even know how my body will register that or accept it. So I end up doing the facial. She does the facial, and so she's like, I can massage your scalp if you want, da da da. And so she's massaging it. I'm like, wow, this is real self-care. And not even because of what we're doing in that moment, but the environment that she created for me, the safe space, and then so she's like a Middle Eastern woman, you know what I'm saying? Her hair is nothing like mine, but she's taking her time. She's pulling it out. She's, fascinated with it, taking her time. She's like, does this oil work for you? Really, really go. And so truthfully, I hate that she was there, right? Because this wasn't a self-care that I just did on my own, but I bring that example up to provide a different definition of what self-care is, and not just spending the money for the excursion itself, just to say that you did it and took a picture for IG, you know what I'm saying? And just saying, hey y'all, I'm doing self-care just like you, but more so, how did you feel in that? What did you feel like when you left? Exactly. I left, y'all. My hair is in a fro looking crazy. Everybody laughing at me. I'm like, y'all can laugh all y'all want to. That lady made me feel incredible. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing. I could walk home with this fro, and I sure did. And I ain't put it away until the next morning. And I could not believe that she got me that comfortable. And so it's like, in what ways can I get myself that comfortable, by myself? And so I'm still discovering that, but now I have an example. You know what I'm saying?
Try deprivation tank. You might like that.
Deprivation tank. What's that?
It's like a float tank. You pretty much just float in room temperature water, but
see, I can't swim.
You don't have to know how to swim. You literally just float. It's full of salt, and like the salt's gonna.
The salt.
So it's like as soon as you get in there, you're just floating, but you kind of lose track of your body. Like, just look it up. It's something interesting.
I did that one time with they had the thunderstorms.
Yeah,
I like it. It worked out.
But for me, I'd say self-care is, it ain't even got to be all of that. It's like anything where I can like unplug for a little bit, and not just unplug and think, but unplug and be my true self. Like unplug, quote unquote, let your head down, show your true colors. Anytime I can do that for a extended period of time, to me, that's what I need for self-care. Cause like, to me, that's my self-care. That's that's the mental like reset I need to go back out and continue, It'd be hard to go out and go to work sometime and deal with everything. So sometimes I need that reset. I need that unwinding process to just really let my hair down and be myself for a little bit.
Right.
So then I can go back and put this shield up when it's time to go into work. I done put it down for a couple hours. So now I can lift it back up and I'm rested. Right. So to me, that's self-care.
I guess I can answer. Self-care for me, what would I say self-care is? I think one of them would be, this sounds really simple, but I think for me, I had like a moment last night. Like last night, as y'all know, we've been trying to figure out this 5 mic thing for a while. But solving problems, like I get really excited about that. Like that's something that, like to me, I was talking because QJ he was down here with me, and like I felt really, really good afterward. And like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just talking my shit and I'm just happy because of like, in general, the way I approach any problem that I have is that there's an answer.
Yeah.
And so like, no matter if like with like figuring out this answer wasn't easy, but I was determined that there was an answer. And because of that, like finding the answer and getting to the end point of that, it was so rewarding. And the high that came out of that was really, really amazing. And yeah, like, so to me, like that's definitely like a space where for me, I find that there's self-care. I think that, oh, my bad. The other one would be creating. I think being a creative in general is really something I enjoy, and finding reasons why. And to me, I always find myself gravitating to creating, even though like my day job, I create all day, right? But creating what I want to create is something that is really important for me. And whether it's like something on a grand scale or something that's just I can sit with and appreciate, creating is something that I value, and it is a version of self-care for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that solving problems one, man. That's something I'm recently just kind of discovering. Like, I love solving problems, and I haven't zoomed in on it. I knew that my whole life, but it's like as an adult,
I just think everything got an answer, so I'm always just trying to find it.
Like I've been realizing that more, like just the thrill of trying to figure it out. Yeah, that does excite me. I would say one of my self-care things, for me, I'm gonna go to my faith, because it's actually been something that's like reading the Bible.
That is for you for sure.
Yeah, reading the Bible definitely, and it's because of like that correction that I get, like the parts that I'm not seeing about myself sometimes that I'm getting from when I'm reading this. That right there is like top notch for me, because I like doing that in the morning. It's like I sit there and read, and I'm like, okay, I can be better about doing this, or I should try this, or I didn't even realize I was doing this. Like, I think that's big self-care, being accountable for yourself, with yourself.
Big self-care. I like it.
You a fire sign, Tom?
Nah.
Okay, I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, hey, listen again. I'm gonna let you.
I ain't gonna lie. Your shooting average right now from the field,
pretty fucking good.
It's pretty good. Thanks.
And I've actually not even seen. I didn't really like. I've heard some, things about the zodiacs, and I mean, I think that they manifest themselves, and some people stronger than others. Yeah. But you've been pretty fucking good at it.
And so the way I normally do is the way folks interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? So like you was different. Quiet for like the first half, right? But I could tell you're a person that likes to find a sweet spot and like use that, and like, and so that to some people that kind of seems like a perfectionist tip. But I don't think so. It's just comfort. But a lot of Virgos are seen as perfectionists, right? And then I'm a Virgo rising, so that's how I guess that. I thought you was a Taurus because of the way he came off and is in his traditional values. But I knew he was a July Leo because they're very prideful people. You know what I'm saying? They take pride in what they could provide to their unit. And my little brother is a Leo, so that's why I was telling y'all that we tried to make him work, but he could do that on his own. And then I would have never guessed that. I thought he was Aquarius, but he's a Gemini, just like me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's how I normally do it.
I give you a hint. I'm a water sign.
Really? You're a Cancer?
No, I'm a Cancer rising.
Okay, that gave me enough. And Cancer is out. What's the other two waters? I can't even think off the top of my head. Pisces. Oh, you're a Pisces. I knew it. I knew that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I think we'll go ahead and land that plane. Well, we got some questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all want to do rock, paper, scissors for the order? Or do we want to let B go first? Or?
Yeah, I think B. She.
Okay. Well, I had question. I sent y'all the question.
Yeah, you had your Forex question.
Oh,
and you had
the rise and fall of Forex.
Yeah. About the Gypsy.
Oh yeah. Truthfully, Forex probably won't go long unless y'all have y'all piece on it. But as far as what
I want to talk about niggas scamming.
I'm cool you think that they were scamming? I don't think that they were scamming. I think that they were really taking advantage of the
scam.
Who got scammed though?
Most of the Forex niggas.
Nobody got scammed. There was no scamming in that.
Lay out your groundwork.
Okay, my fault.
Lay it out for us.
Okay, my fault. I think us as Black people, we see an opportunity to make a quick buck, and we take advantage of that sometimes. And so with Forex, the rise or fall. First of all, Forex is still very much a career, and is very much still fruitful for a lot of folks. But for those people who took the time to learn the craft, whereas the rise and fall of like how popular it was amongst us was when I don't know the particular group name, or they made several groups outside of that group. Because you made money off referrals, right? And they did like a pyramid scheme. Pyramid or Ponzi scheme to it, like Mary Kay back in the day, or like Avon back in the day, and stuff like that. And so I feel like that was the rise and fall, because at least when I got into it, I was, but I did not have the time. The amount of time you have to invest in Forex to really see the benefit of it, I didn't have that time as a student.
You gotta actually learn how to.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn. You gotta make those risks. It's a lot of risk. It's a lot of reward, but it's a lot of risk. You damn near gotta do it overnight. Day trading. Yeah, it is day trading. Yeah. Just sometimes at night. But yeah, and so too, the folks who even got me to sign up, half of them didn't really know what to do. And granted, they provided all the training, but none of them kept you accountable to like make sure you learn to make that money. So I feel like that was the rise and fall of it, truthfully, that a lot of us Black people, we take advantage of that opportunity and we don't really try to push it out to get as much as we can from it, you know?
Gotcha. So which I probably agree with some of it. I think that to me, I look at all of that as like the investment bubble rise and pop to an extent. And a lot of that also comes with while we have quantitative tightening right now. It was so much money in the market in which what was it? Not the refund checks. What was Donald Trump giving us? Stimulus.
Yeah.
It was so much money.
Or PPP loan.
Yeah, it was so much money in general that people was getting.
I missed out.
That was like general excess money.
Yeah.
To where investment became like a really big term during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And this is where you see most people get into, whether it was investing in stocks, investing in day trading, and investing in Forex. But you've seen a really big surge in day trading in Forex because of there's such a quick flip on it. Like if you did it right, it was a quick flip. Right. And so that was also, you went into like the pyramid scheme. That was also a really good selling point for like people that were selling the how to do. And so like that was, to me, like that was part one of like the fall of it, would be the fact that so much of it was, let me teach you how to trade Forex. I'm gonna charge you and then put you in this dummy program. And then hopefully later on you can do it. And like all that shit, it's long and strenuous and tedious.
Yeah.
But the reality is that people with money, that shit gonna be gone.
Yeah.
If we kept getting more money, I'm pretty sure Forex would still be fly right now.
Absolutely.
But I think that the Ponzi scheme in itself, but then it also took a lot of research. Forex is foreign exchange markets. Most people aren't looking day to day at what's happening over inside all these different countries that's affecting their dollar and then knowing what to trade with XYZ. Like that's not happening. And to believe that most people was at home during this time. So like we was all having our work from home jobs and everybody was bullshitting, playing Call of Duty, doing everything, right? When that pandemic ended and everybody had to be back in real reality, you didn't have as much free time to like literally be in front looking at that market go up and down.
And so let me ask you really quick. Are you saying that the fall of Forex was around or after the pandemic?
I think the rise and fall both happened within 2 years.
Oh, okay. Because the rise of Forex, at least for my crew, was maybe 2018, 2019, and the fall.
You was a different group.
And so that's what I'm saying. Because in my groups, I can't cap. Selling Forex or at least getting people to sign up was about a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? That I could try to get you to sign up as much as I want you to, but if the next dude was well known and wanted to do it, you was gonna sign up.
You was Ponzi scheming niggas for a little bit.
Oh no, I didn't ever do that. No. I actually tried to learn how to trade, but at this time I was graduating undergrad. I was trying to get into law school. I had too much going on, but I made some decent money.
Yeah. I will have a question.
You put into it.
The entire investment, right? Like maybe like $500 something.
I was about to say I paid $500 to join a group, and it was
like,
oh no,
and it wasn't okay. So the thing about it, now the only reason it didn't end up working out for me was because I didn't stick to the plan. If I would have actually stuck to it,
you would have made your money, right?
They was teaching.
And then I had a homeboy who sold a bot to do the trading for you. It wasn't a guarantee, but. Or at least not every time.
And that was what I had got. Like it was a bot that came with it and everything, and it was actually good. The program was good. They was very thorough with teaching. I just didn't have time for it.
The funny thing, bro, is that I think that everybody, especially during the pandemic, and niggas really want the get rich quick scheme.
So
but
bad.
the thing is that, bro, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
If it was that easy to get,
everybody would be rich.
Come on now.
And it would be another get rich quick scheme. You know what I'm saying?
Also, let me ask you this. So I trade in the market. I didn't get into Forex. But I remember when he was getting into it in the day trading and things. So like my pop's been doing stocks for a long time, and he does like the long hold. Right, you know what I mean? Like long-term stock investment. Yeah. Do you think that that has anything to do with bricks?
I see.
That's what the first thing that I thought about when you said, and I read some articles. They was talking about it's like 14 billion.
I think maybe now, before bricks. I think maybe
I'm talking
now.
about the downfall is what I'm talking about.
That bricks coming in.
That happened before bricks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bricks is recent.
Yeah, Forex is like Forex for them.
Still a little bit now.
Yeah, but I mean, but Forex fell.
When did it actually fall? Like when would you say the fall like started?
Right after the pandemic.
Yeah, or at least a little bit before it. At least for me.
Well, for you, because you got in and out.
Before the.
I think most people got in it during the pandemic. And then got out fairly recently. Like, therefore, after the pandemic, because even I've had like my boy. Shout out, y'all know Mike. Mike done been here.
Yeah. You said long range. My bad.
Nah.
That's a joke. Shout out to Keith Eason.
But he was on Forex, and I remember me and him had some back and forth because I was telling him that you're trying to sell me on this Forex shit, but you only trying to sell me because you
trying to make some money.
You got incentive on selling me.
On selling me.
On selling me. So it's not that you're learning. Like you're trying to teach me how to do Forex.
Yeah.
You want me to sign up to this program so then you can get a bag, then I can get other people, then I can get. But I was telling them that's how pyramid schemes work.
Right.
And then I started talking to him about the markets and how to sell, or not how to sell, but how to like actually trade. And he even came back to me and was like, "Yeah, bro, you was right. That Forex shit was."
He kept trying to sell instead of trying to figure out how to make money on his own.
About actual trading, and learning like about the market, learning the different indicators of trading and stuff. He came back and was like, "Yeah, that Forex shit was."
Y'all still use like trees?
Define trees.
Like the what they call?
Or is it bear? Or like you might be talking about
no. The what do they call them? The not trees. I called it trees, but that's not it.
The candles.
The candlesticks.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah.
I said
right.
Trees.
Yeah. And so I learned all of that. The candles, maybe trees. But the bears, the bull, because I never heard of trees.
Yeah, the bull market.
The bull market, all of that. Yeah. And so when I sat down, I had a whole notebook and I just looked at it all. I said, Lord, I don't got the time. Mm-hmm. I would have to give up. So one thing I will say, a homegirl in the meme, and she said she gave up her laptop. That is something I would give my laptop for. I actually would.
For it?
Yes. If at that time, if I knew that.
For $100 a month?
That's not how much I was making a month, though. I was making $100 a night by the time I actually got a hang and learned how to trade. That if I put $15 in, I was leaving with $150.
But y'all don't talk about them losses though.
Right, of course you're gonna lose some, but by the time you come up,
it's a pure gamble. To me,
yeah,
I think
right.
Another one that was very similar is crypto. Cryptocurrency is another one of those.
No, yeah, I think that's gonna fall.
Quick rising. It already fell.
Oh, okay.
We just hope. Listen, I still got some money in that bitch.
Yeah, I think it's gonna fall.
Like if you go Ethereum was at 4. It dropped to 1.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
If you're talking about Bitcoin, that shit was at 60.
Yeah, but it fell, but it's
70 almost.
Yeah,
it's rebounding though.
Oh no, it is right.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I was like, hold on.
I'm talking about the pandemic.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but most people, like if you had free money,
if you bought it, you put it.
Oh yeah. You still good though.
Mm-hmm.
If you bought it once you heard of it, you still.
No, I'm talking about like once everybody was talking about when it was hot.
Oh yeah.
Like,
you
wore
that
you
motherfucker.
holding the bag.
But you know that goes back into brands too, because Bitcoin was such a name at that time that so many people invested, which brought up the market, that when investors saw that the market was going up, they pulled their money before it went down because they know that Bitcoin was becoming a brand rather than what it is itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Niggas wanted it to be like more utility than what it's actually.
Right.
Yeah, that actually what I comment.
Niggas still using real contracts, not
what
smart
the
contracts.
Say?
Unc said inside trading is why most of the wealthy stay wealthy, because to know is to know.
It's listen. Let's be so for real.
Not
Nancy.
Why would they let us know that much if we can make money?
Nancy Pelosi's husband. He like the best trader of all time.
I mean, all of like Congress and all
right,
the niggas,
that's all they do.
They percentages.
They make what 80K a year, 100K a year being in Congress, and this how you live and be so for real. You making less than the average person, and this is how you live in.
That's
they
why the
bread.
lobbyists and all of that, all of these things are a part of the.
They told me about
really
about 3.5 years ago, started investing in like the
Nancy Pelosi.
And I was like, for what? This is a pandemic. Ain't nobody trying to fight right now. We all scared. 3.5 years later,
Israel and Palestine.
Everybody got two of them going on.
And you know what though? We should have knew that. I should have knew that because at the time,
what's going on right now?
Shit.
At the time, I was on my conspiracy theory stuff at the time too, and they was talking about Joe Biden was gonna start a war to not like it wouldn't be another presidency if he won.
If he started a war and won,
he was gonna start a war. Like he was gonna start a war. There wasn't gonna be another election. But I'm like, yeah, we went to war. That was the whole thing.
So
I'm nervous to see what 2024 bring us.
So before we leave, really quickly, I just want to make sure you said car salesman. I want to know something real quick. So Johnny.
Shit's going left. Go ahead.
In the past week, have you learned anything about selling better cars?
Selling better cars?
He's a car salesman. He knows
or
what I mean.
selling cars better.
Selling cars better. You're right.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Well, yeah, I've learned to listen to my friends. And if people come in,
is this a new job or something?
I have to be.
Oh, you talking about?
I got you. This ain't a new job at all.
This nigga, bro, I couldn't believe him, bro.
So he's a car salesman. He tried to sell him a car. We had an intervention. It happened. It's all right.
But like selling him the car, did it have like a huge APR or something or?
Oh no, that's based on.
I was gonna hook my man up. I was gonna give him the best deal.
Look how you talk.
As soon as a car salesman say, "I'm gonna hook you up,"
you already know.
You in a bind. Period.
That nigga telling a lie. Talking about a bind. No, he telling a damn lie.
Oh man.
Is it time to get into
paper route?
Questions?
Well, that was the
if y'all do y'all know Gypsy Rose? Do y'all know? I think it's easier to well, that's Gypsy.
What was the question?
Not at all.
I'm with you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so I guess really was she wrong
for killing
her mom?
No.
Or was there another option? Well, that's the end of the conversation then.
Her mama was crazy.
Her mama was crazy.
Mom Dukes was
the offer, bro.
Yeah.
It's the only option you had.
Yeah, she had the offer.
Now I don't think old Buddy should.
Now Buddy probably
got life.
How long did he get?
He got life.
Yes.
Plus 25 years.
She was cool. You can't put yourself.
And she only got 8 years. She only got 8 years. Okay. So here's a better question.
I knew he was gonna
did he deserve life, and did she deserve 8 years?
My thing is whatever he got for tagging along and going
he deserved
with it, bro. You put yourself.
Well, no, he should have got the same thing she got.
No, I mean,
really?
No, but she actually had to. She had.
Why, Johnny?
No sense, Johnny.
That's not good.
What's he acting like this?
Why?
Johnny, go ahead and give your take.
Because
bro, she
stop.
She had that tube in her stomach that her mama made.
Stop.
He came out on a Christian website.
Stop, Q.
Like he's supposed to be like being holy.
Can you let Johnny give his take? I really want to hear it.
I'm just saying. I feel like the woman was a bad person.
Who? Her mama.
The mama.
Right.
Okay. She was a bad person. He was trying to help, like he was young, dumb, and the rest.
Niggas should be vigilantes.
So should we kill all bad people?
He shouldn't have got
like we should do it.
Motherfucker should have got 20 years and parole after 15. He could have got second degree, but for the rest of his life, this woman who was a child abuser, like he was just trying to help the girl, and he did it the wrong way.
Nah,
he went about it the wrong way.
But he wasn't trying to help her per se. He had a knack for killing.
Steffi B say, nah, he got life because the jury felt he was a danger to society. He was creepy in them emails.
Yeah, he had like a thirst to kill. So first of all,
damn, that's crazy.
He said it was her idea.
Had a thirst to kill, and they met on a Christian website.
I know, right? But that's
her idea.
Crazy.
So it wasn't technically. So let me run it back. So the story, at least up to that part, is that Gypsy was maybe 23 at this time, and was like old enough At least without educational development, you know what I'm saying? Old enough to realize, oh, I'm in a fucked up situation. I need to get out of here. Right? Meets the boyfriend. They talking, they chatting, and all that good stuff. He messaged her. So she tells him her situation. He messaged her saying, I think, what do you want to do about your mom? We should kill your mom. Something along those lines. I think somebody in the comments going to say what happened. And then from there, Gypsy said, yes, that's a plan. Can you help me kill my mom, Victor? Now, the boyfriend's name is actually Nicholas something, Gaudier. It don't really matter. But the reason why I say that is because he had a split personality disorder. As we go back in the storyline,
he messed up in the head.
He was already messed up in the head. So as you go back, and so I done gave Johnny what he needed. I gave what he needed. But let me go back. As you go back, I think Gypsy goes to meet his parents as she was able to. Oh, this might have been after he killed the mom. So forgive me. But even when she goes to meet the parent, the mom is like, you know, where's your mom at? And so Nicholas' mom brings up, she may have a split personality because her son has one. And so in that moment, Gypsy should have been like, oh, well, but granted, she wouldn't know. She doesn't have that, you know what I'm saying? She's 23, but she really thinks like 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? She's just trying to get out her situation. There they go. All that good stuff. While you there, look up his son, the boyfriend.
That's what I was. I had to look up how the boyfriend looks similar to the mama.
How she,
her new boyfriend looks similar to her.
Oh,
mom.
right, exactly. Because you know she missed her mom. And so first of all, that's the reason why they got caught, y'all. Because Gypsy is in the house tripping at her, you know, grown age, but it's feeling the guilt like a teenager saying, we can't let her die in there. We can't let her. Well, she's already dead, but we can't let her. Just sitting there decay. We got to do something. So that's when they get on Facebook. And from Gypsy and her mom, they shared a Facebook page. And so from the Facebook page, they're like, I killed that bitch, or but several statuses, something similar to the first one. And so that's when the neighbors go check out the house and they find a dead mom and so on and so on. They go pick up Gypsy. And so it's funny because Hulu has a version of her story called The Act. And I think the funniest clip in there is that when she makes the post, Nicholas, the boyfriend, said, did you block our IP? And Gypsy's like, IP? So clearly,
intellectual property?
Right. No, not IP.
IP address.
IP address. And so I'm like, that's hilarious because one, that tells you that Victor does shit like this all the time, right? He understands.
Witty enough to
know that it should have been blocked. And Gypsy's so young, she didn't even know that I should have blocked the IP. So they both got picked up, child.
Nah, I don't left a comment and
read all of them down. I think it looks like we got a couple of.
Yeah, I already read it. Now
you
got
did?
like
Okay.
Unc say Gypsy is just the average woman telling a man to do something. Then she holds her hands behind her back. I was thinking just a little bit. Like,
and I'm scared of a woman that could get a man to do that. If you ask me, you a bad motherfucker.
Steffi B said she got up on Facebook and said the bitch is dead. Like,
oh yeah, that's
so she got on Facebook.
Hold on, what she say?
That's what Gypsy said.
She got up on Facebook and said the bitch is dead.
The bitch is dead.
How her mama let her have a Facebook account?
No, she didn't have one.
Have you been paying attention?
He won't.
You just seen me.
No.
What you got by your leg is because of me.
Yeah. You can still listen, nigga.
I was trying to, but I was in and out. I was pointing at you.
Yeah. Then Unc had another comment. He said, both of them had mental issues, so why not give the two of them the same time?
No, because bro didn't.
They should have put him.
If you killing niggas off the strength, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I feel sorry for you. So let's off the bitch. No, bro.
They could have got him some
might
help.
Go put a mask on and be Batman.
I'm just gonna throw up this picture of Gypsy Rose.
Oh, don't do that on the joint. We don't know how.
And so who said that Gypsy boyfriend looked like her mama? You said that, Tom?
Yeah.
You want to know what's funny? I don't know what's her boyfriend current zodiac sign, but the boyfriend that killed his mama, killed her mama, was also a Taurus, the same way her mama was a Taurus.
So y'all can see it though, the nose and everything. I'm like, they look alike.
The current boyfriend, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she met him like being a pen pal. That's also some weird.
Oh no, that's
some weirdo shit.
And Gypsy a Leo, if y'all was wondering.
Yeah, he looks.
That ain't a shot at me, right?
No, it wasn't. No.
I was gonna say, Leo women crazy. Like,
they are a little bit.
Leo women off they rocket.
He looks a lot like her mom. Like
They got them weird eyes.
Right, yeah. Because Gypsy loved her mama. Gypsy loved her mama, but that don't change the fact that her mama was sick.
Her mama was a
dude look like a transformer.
No, I got a question.
Oh, okay.
So when did it? Is there any indication of like when it clicked for her to realize
Gypsy?
like
So in the show and truthfully, it's a good watch, y'all. Whether y'all
I tried to watch it, but I don't have.
I watched a little documentary. I remember the case when it actually happened.
Yeah,
like
2015 it happened.
Yeah, it was like 8 years ago. Like, I
it wasn't that
remember
long.
when it actually happened. I watched a little something. Like I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a little 30 minutes of breakdown. But it just seemed like she.
What? Gypsy was a little slow.
And I don't know if that was just because of all the shit she went through.
No, it's because of that.
Come on, because she was raised like that. Like
her mom took her out of school and never even homeschooled her.
Yeah, she was raised like that. I would say she would be crazy a little bit.
Yeah, and she didn't need that.
And then you thought she was sick the whole
time. Wheelchair and all that.
Shake her head. Folks talking about why couldn't she just stood up? She didn't know that she was allowed to stand up. Her mom was like,
I think
right.
Gypsy found her insurance card and saw she was really 19.
Right. The crazy thing is, I hope Mom Dukes got every bit of what she deserved.
Yeah,
she like they said her head was about severed off. I mean, I'll be honestly, bro. I'm a proponent of like I believe in like torture. I believe in torture for certain shit.
Oh Lord,
and I'm wicked because I said
the To Be Fair show does not agree.
I didn't say
and
the
I'm
show.
wicked because I said I was still from a man when he cheated on me. He talking about torture.
You see, we put disclaimers out twice this episode.
My thing is,
you and this nigga.
I wasn't speaking for the show. I was speaking for my damn self.
No, we
got to put a disclaimer. We got to put a disclaimer. Steffi B said,
nail in a nigga foot in his big toe. Goddamn, if he deserves it.
And make sure you alive to see me do it.
Keep some salt.
Come on now.
Keep some salt.
Don't you pull that shit again.
You sick.
Keep some salt and alcohol. I'm telling you, somebody do that something to my daughter.
And squint lime in that mama. Say some more. Let me stop.
Hey, something happened to Nana. I'm gonna have a nigga. I'm gonna have a nigga in the basement. 60 days.
Swear to God.
60 days. You gonna wear 60 days? You fuck with my daughter
and knock the food down the stairs. Eat, nigga.
Steffi B said Gypsy found her insurance card and saw she was really 19 and not 15.
And so I think that's when it clicked. Yeah.
Dang. They ain't so far. Good.
And
she knew something.
It also clicked. They had went to a lawyer and Gypsy mama was trying to get power of attorney over her or something else. It was
because she became of age. Then you have to have like
right. It's not a power of attorney. It's something else like that's similar to it. There we go. Yeah. Britney Spears, right? She tried to get her under conservatorship, and so the lawyer is asking Gypsy questions like, okay, let me ask you a few questions. Let me see if you could even allow that because you have to seem like you're incapable of taking care of herself.
Right.
And so she would ask Gypsy like, if something happened to you, what do you do? She'd be like, I'll call 911. And her mom would pinch her and say, that's the wrong answer. She'd be like, oh, I'll call 911 and then call my mom and then ask for my mom. And she's like, okay, if you're allergic to something, what do you do? She's like, I'll grab my EpiPen. Her mom would pinch her and then call my mom. Like her mom would train her. And so they couldn't get say that one more time. Conservatorship. But her mom ended up getting the power of attorney because you didn't need any of those questionnaires. All Gypsy had to do was sign. And so she signed. And I don't even think that went like beyond 2 years before Gypsy killed her.
I'll say, please answer why they shouldn't have gotten the same time.
They shouldn't have gotten the same time. I'm sorry,
the answer.
She didn't kill her.
They shouldn't get this. Oh no! So Buddy killed her himself.
He killed her. Yeah, he got life.
She was in a bathroom locked away.
Yeah.
And that's why she
said took a Xanax and went and sat somewhere else.
And that's why she said like I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything to her.
I still don't think.
Why? He need more time because he was a saint.
Because he killed
he was
he was a simp.
That's like king simp behavior. That's like almost as bad as you can probably.
Because he could have called anybody. He could have called.
Bro, you killing? I'm sorry. I'm not killing nobody.
It wasn't for the relationship.
It was for the relationship.
No, because you already said that he had a
thirst.
He had a thirst.
But also
he just provided a reason.
No, but he also said like the 5 days that I was with her was the most awe-inspiring shit that I ever had.
Dude was crazy.
And I'll keep asking. He had to go to jail. I'm sorry.
Nick was expressing fantasies of murder in the emails. That alone gave him life.
Listen to me. If a woman can trick you into killing somebody, they ain't got shit to do with you.
But he wasn't tricked.
He wasn't tricked, right? He wasn't even
just
tricked.
Said he was fantasizing about murdering the motherfucker.
Okay. All right. I don't think that we even like disagree at much of a point.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. Look, I just think it's the words you using and you turning folks up.
We'll put a pin in that one. That's we'll come back.
Properly placed.
I don't know how y'all want to do the order. Y'all want to?
I like Rail going first.
Me going first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, put my drink down. Oh, so my question was, and I got this question. I was actually speaking to some of the wonderful women in my life, and just thinking, letting them know that we were having you here, and trying to see exactly what they would want to hear.
Okay.
Because us being a male podcast all the time,
right. I'm not.
It would be better to get the questions from women.
Call my girl.
And so, what they came up with. Give me 1 second.
Grab the mic, Tone.
Right.
Right. And she caught that
shit. Behind the scenes is crazy right now. But as Real is kind of getting his question together, I would say we do have an amazing guest that just pulled up on us.
Appreciate it.
It would be great to get some of your perspective on this as well. So I'd like to introduce you. Actually, I'd like for you to introduce yourself. Do you mind?
I don't mind at all. I'm Destiny. I live in Charlotte.
Hey.
From the 704.
Shout out to phone native.
I went to Central with my girl.
Hey, shout out to it's a lot of Eagle Pride in here.
Amplified. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me on the show. I know I'm late, but
what high school?
East Mac.
I ain't got no.
Not y'all G checker, okay. And nobody know East Mac.
Yeah, we don't really deal in that. We don't really deal with that.
After.
Oh, y'all just saying y'all don't fuck with the school.
We don't really care about it.
Y'all didn't know the school.
Yeah. We don't really care about it. Like if she said like any school that we cared about, we'd have reacted, but nobody cared about East Mac.
Oh, not too much.
Not too much. Yeah.
You ain't gotta take that.
Yeah. I started off at West.
Go ahead, Des.
I love me some East
See
Mac.
the dub, all right.
The dub, all
right. And yeah, I'm a nail tech, so shout out to that.
Hey.
But yeah.
Okay.
I'm an open book though, so if you got any questions, I can.
And we appreciate you for pulling up.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Okay, so the question that I got this one maybe 3 or 4, like maybe 4 or 5 times from the different women I was asking. They wanted me to ask, how do you think your education or level of success affects your options when dating?
I think it heavily does, but I'm gonna go more towards a socio-economic standpoint. That if you ever notice, with a lot of white daughters, they're always motivated to go to school, take a certain major, take a class in a certain building to meet a certain particular man. Whereas Black women were not taught the same. And then as Black women, we, have these high achievements, et cetera, but are willing to date any kind of Black man because we're not ingrained with those philosophies,
Is that fact?
It is loosely, right?
It's what part fact? I don't think she said anything crazy.
She said that
Black women has a lot of flexibility when it comes to
a successful Black women dating down. That sounds like what she was saying.
Yeah. That it happens a lot. But even with successful,
I don't think that's like
even with successful Black women or just Black women in general that's doing well for themselves. If there's a woman that step forward and say, "Oh, nah, I need my man to be of a certain stature," she has a deeper meaning why versus her mama just telling her, "Make sure you get you a good man." You know what I'm saying? Her reason is not the same as the white woman's reason. Does that make sense? A little bit. The
racial part threw me off, but you was going down a good line.
I don't want it to be just a racial thing because a lot of foreign moms or foreign Black moms do the same. But I
and
use
say
that,
explicitly what?
Yeah, to make sure you date a man of a certain stature, and the way to find this man is to make sure you achieve certain things.
Well, yeah, all right, and I don't want to.
Am I ripping and running or
no? You're not. I want you to keep.
Okay.
I want you to keep completely
okay. And so I think I at least gave as much of an answer as I can. That's if you got anything. But does our status really affect us as a whole? No. For those that it does, is for either shallow reasons, is like Instagram or things like that, or deeper ones for them making sure that they're not ending up in a situation that they grew up in, or just that in general. But the reason of if you want a good man, you should end up in these spaces so that you could get one is not something that's common between Black women.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead.
And I you can answer it too.
Okay.
Do you think? And you said you went to Central, so I'm gonna just assume that you got your degree and everything. But does have
I think you know everything.
He from Rock Hill. It's all right.
Y'all both Virgos, by the way. My fault.
Shout out to Virgos.
Okay.
I love Virgos. But would you say being more educated and having degrees, does that make it harder to date?
You want to know what's so crazy? I feel like I'm finna go on the left field with this one, but I'm gonna just say it. My mom definitely raised me, all my family, to go to school, get a degree, and we was gonna be successful. So I did that. I'm not successful. I mean, not at least yet, not to where I want to be right now. So I think that has changed my mindset, looking on what successful is to me. I don't think I'm learning now that I feel like back in the day, they learned that you had to go to school to be successful. Like you had to make something of yourself. And that's how she raised us.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you don't have to do that no more. So I don't necessarily cancel out the people, the men that I'm interested in, or that they're interested in me just because they don't have a degree or something, just because I feel like there's another trade that you could pick up and make more money because I got a degree.
And don't work in your field.
I don't work in my field. I'm
I
not going to graduate school. I don't want to work in my field. It's just, I feel like it's just different. Like, I'm not where I want to be. I want to be with somebody eventually who's successful. You know what I mean? But I'm young, so.
Or at least successful at what they do.
Right.
So I guess, so what I will say, a piece of like the part that you said where you said the white parents or foreign parents speak to the notion, and like even if you go like 1940s, 50s, they would tell women to go to college because that's where you meet your husband.
To find, yeah.
But this is like this is kind of like one of those things that kind of does ring true across the board, and them giving like their kids this advice kind of goes parallel with it, where in general people date within like their same socioeconomic level.
Right.
So like the people that you're around, you're typically going to date.
Right.
So if you want to find a really good man, put yourself in the arena where really good men are at, and you'll be likely to be able to kind of date them.
Yeah, but the thing is, really good men don't have nothing to do with an occupation.
I was finna say that.
Okay,
where's that arena?
That's what she was just saying.
And they are trash.
All right, cool. All right, so let's.
If you think about it, like I
like to rebuttal real quick to exactly what you said, because we stood here earlier and we talked about accomplishments and like a certain accomplishments in a certain like baseline in general.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And so like to me, like there's two pieces to the pot. Like in general, like no matter like how you want, like whatever our opinion is and our anecdotal evidence, in general, people date people with that they're around. That just is what it is.
No, that's true.
And yeah, like I'll kind of leave it there. And I'll let you kind of take it.
Oh no, I thought that you were coming. I thought that you were kind of going against what I said. So I don't have any. I agree with what you're saying. People typically date people that are in the closest proximity to them. So like people date people that they go to work with because they are around them all the time.
Right.
People date people in their neighborhoods because they see them all. So I agree. So like they're generally based in your neighborhood.
And we just talked about like Via just said how you have an income basement for a guy.
Yeah.
So like likely making sure that you're able to put yourself in that same arena for whatever you like. And this is why like earlier I said like there's a bunch of different things, like age is one, socioeconomic status in which you want to be at is another big one.
Right.
Like there's a lot of things that come down into the vetting stage depending on what each person is looking for.
Q, you just said something. So I'm sure a lot of women would like to know, where do they find these good men that you're talking about?
Well, a good man is very definition of you.
I was just about to say that. Like that's such
my fault not to steal you.
Because like Tone, you are like
define a good man, Lord.
Like for like, yeah, I just like so for you, example, a woman that is really Christian based, it don't matter too much what like you check that box 100%. If that is the top of the line for everything that she wants, you are the good man for it. Right. And you like it's nothing else.
Oh,
like,
no, I still got some issues, but
but you understand what I'm saying. Like we just did a list. We just did a list last week. Like if that's and if that's what she wants for a good man, if you want a traditional guy that supplies everything in their household, XYZ, Rail is the guy for her. That's a good man. Yeah, no, like it really depends on what that person is looking for. So like depending on what you want, what your like socioeconomic status, like it depends on what you want.
I propose we actually solidify that. I like that
solidify. Yeah, I would like fucking saying what you said. No, but what I'd say is that like I think that, like I said, as an individual, like as a man, I believe that you should have a standard for yourself. Just like I said earlier, I think you should have a level of accountability and a standard for yourself. But that doesn't have anything to do with like, I don't believe that like with me, if I was single, like I wouldn't go into a situation caring about finance.
Yeah,
it's not about most of the women that I know that have dated a dude that make good money was treated like shit. Most of the women that I know. Yes, they made like 6-figure. Those dudes, they have to do more work. They have to work harder to keep them,
and they come home
they just gonna do what they gonna do. Yeah. They just gonna do what they gonna do and move how they gonna move. And at the end of the day,
because at work they a bitch.
I said projection is real.
Oh, okay. Hey, we have trades.
Like that agrees with what you're saying.
Are we still using threads? Because that would be a good poll.
Say it again.
Are we still using threads? Because that would be a good poll. I'm curious about like what the experience of women who have had these six-figure men. I want to hear more of this. How do they get treated?
The options?
Yeah.
And so, and I want to get into this. The specifics. I can't even get it out. The specifics, bro. I would like the question to be framed as women who have dated men like 5 years plus, maybe even 3. I wouldn't even give 5. 5 might be too long. 3 years plus, 6 figures. What is it like? What was the second half of it? Because in the beginning, it all funds and thrills. Mm-hmm. He dropping a bag on you, but your 3-year mark, what it's like, baby.
Y'all are women with a friend group. I love to hear y'all experiences.
You asking? Oh, my people don't date no 6-figure man.
Oh, my bad.
I would love that for us though. In Jesus' name, hallelujah. For 2024, Venezuela. Send the 6-figure. Let me stop.
Even
I was gonna cut that one right there.
Go ahead.
And that was crazy. Even after we just said that they hold the most L's.
Yeah. What?
The women dating the men. You were still with it.
Yeah, I am. Like at least with me and my man now, we shift back and forth in our seasons. Like who's on the come up, who's not on the come up, and when he's not on the come up, I could never see. Like I'm so blinded. So you choose who you fall in love with, and then the delusion comes. I can see the delusion now. In the beginning, no, but now it's like I don't see you no different, babe. You still hot as hell.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's healthy. That's healthy.
I don't see that.
How long have y'all been together?
Child, this is our best year yet.
You said how long have y'all been together?
But we've been dealing with each other for like what, 2 years now?
Okay, that's healthy.
3 years, yeah.
Especially having it earlier too. It's healthy. Yeah. That's where you gonna get. You know what I mean? You fuck around and build something earlier. Most people have to wait long times to actually
before they even get to that. Right.
You know what I mean? And it becomes it's a uncharted waters.
Right.
When you done been dating somebody for 7 years and then all of a sudden shit changed that ain't never changed before.
And you're not willing to deal with that.
Yeah. It's good to have those experiences early because then that, you know what I mean, you can actually build a solid foundation on that.
Yeah, because
build a solid foundation on that.
At least in the beginning for us, I was just like, why is this so hard? Like I just thought that this is supposed to be the thrills part. And then I'm young too. Like, what's going on? You fucking up my 20s. But as we're, you know what I'm saying? As we, not even from that sense, but like if I'm dating somebody in my 20s, like I should feel like Cinderella. You should be Prince Charming, but it's not that sweet, right?
You talking about like 24?
Yeah.
If you dating anybody your age, bro, it take a minute to get your shit together.
For real, yeah. For real.
Early niggas in their mid 20s be struggling.
Listen, in my mid 20s, you had to value me off my artistic expression. Listen, I had a smooth look. I could talk really well, and if we just sat down and I can fuck some shit up here.
And that's funny because he's a Gemini
too.
Potential. He a Gemini as well, so he definitely has a witty way of speaking. And I just had to hold on to that.
We got a few comments. I'm gonna go over here real quick. First of all, people are asking about your sweatshirt.
Mine?
Yeah, so tell them where they can find it at.
Plug that.
This is first of all represents North Carolina Central University in Durham, North Carolina. Have a brand, Capsulated Cruise. We're Capsulated Cruise on IG. Buy B&B on Etsy. Yeah, or just follow me on IG. Buy B&B. DM me. I'll send you the link. I have one for St. Aug that comes in white, gray, ash gray, navy blue. I have one for Shaw that also comes in this maroon and gray. And this one specifically comes in black, ash gray, maroon.
Damn, I wish we would have told you to put.
Oh, sandstone.
I have bought some off you.
Child.
Right now. Today.
You
got some in the trunk?
Nah, I did, and I emptied out my trunk. I would have gave you one.
You're gonna have to go order it off this.
You gonna have to
order it, giving shit.
Order it.
Allow him to purchase one.
Now I would have gave it to you.
That's what we believe in. No, I know this. I mean, we believe in that around here. We ain't those type folk. We ain't those type folk.
It's really no big deal. But no, I feel it though, because that's another thing for 2024 for me as well. Standing on business and stop giving out free work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, and especially at this age,
I know, right?
If somebody your friend, they should respect it.
They should, right?
For sure.
Hey, so I just be so nice. I'm like, just have it. Pay back later.
You be kind
Hey, we ain't gonna go here, but I think
you trying to go there.
No, I ain't about to go there.
Everything got legs today. You ain't seen how many legs.
Oh no, I'm gonna just pin it real quick.
Yeah,
but I think that a really good future topic is, when is it not a good time to stand on business? I think that's almost becoming toxic. But we'll leave that away.
I can't imagine not a good time.
It's just standing on all kind of business that's not necessary.
All right, we're running towards 3 hours, so I'm gonna read these comments and we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Dating down is for women only because most men can care less on what your status is.
Lies. That's a lie.
It is.
He said dating down is what?
For women only. Because most
but then we also got to
less.
think about like.
But he said most men could care less
on what
he mean though. Oh, I see where he coming from. That is the truth.
I was about to say.
Okay, because in my mind, when I heard status, right, I'm like, a man is not going to date a woman that doesn't put off a certain lifestyle for him or a certain experience.
But it's not based on. But it's not based on.
But right, my status.
But that's what I'm about to say. Like dating down for a man would kind of be different
than what it is for women, right? That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's what I was really trying to get at.
Agreed.
My fault.
That's
my fault.
We got a couple.
And a nigga with money ain't got like they usually ain't got a busted female beside them.
Oh yeah,
right. That's what I was trying to say. A man will never date down in that way, and so. And that's what my man. That's what my mind ran to.
Unc said, "This bread I got has me being able to make multiple sandwiches. That is the thought of dudes with good money."
Oh my God.
All right. He said success should be a feeling of self-gratification, but most people think that it comes from the appreciation of others.
Right.
Agreed. 100%. That one right there is a gem.
Who is why he be dropping gems in here?
Hey, I'm trying to make multiple sandwiches though.
That's a friend of the pod.
Hey, multiple sandwiches all 2020.
Matter of fact, that's family to the pod, I guess.
Right, at this point.
I gotta rehash from the cookout, but I'm gonna wait. Johnny,
he said we sitting at the 3 minute mark, 3 hour mark.
We moving towards it, so we're gonna do the next stats. We're gonna save
226.
We got a lot of stuff that got legs, man. So we just gonna save it for another week.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah, he said he was gonna save it.
Okay, so I just gave mine, and we did y'all have any? Did y'all want to add anything to that as far as your how your success, your educational achievements or success changes the options that you have?
I can give my opinion on it, and how I guess I operate in general. So for me, there is basements in general that I do operate from.
Right.
There is an intellectual basement that I like. It's been women that look attractive I went on dates with, and they went on another date
no dummy.
because it's not interesting to me. Like there's a certain thing that's there. There is an income basement in general that I have for women.
What was it again?
I don't know, like around whatever.
You gave us the
number. I can't
be making like 40.
It's like 40, 50, somewhere in there. Like
that's decent for a woman.
It was 45, right?
Okay,
a woman to give you 50 flat.
Probably. Hey, there she go right there.
Oh,
that's a beautiful woman right there. But and my baby up there somewhere. But hey, shout out to Instagram. Check out them pictures. Like it up or something. Like it up or something. But
well, y'all always talk about the quote, the Black Love hashtag. That's what that is. Y'all go
I ain't even think to put it up there. But no. So for me, there is a basement in general. Like so, I'm also a person that comes with everything already. So like house, money, like all this, like the house is here. I got a car paid off. Well, I'm 2,000. Shut up. But it's
that's paid off. Car. Shout out to paid off.
2K. I give you that right now.
Right. Shout out to the niggas with the paid off vehicles. You can live a different lifestyle
with a car paid off. I'm telling you. Don't let that note make you feel.
They already told us that the reason that keeps more people out of the middle class and people in poverty is because of car loans.
Car loans.
Yeah.
So let's.
And then they be doubling the value of the car on you just for the loan.
Yeah.
And then this nigga. Go ahead. My bad.
What you do?
I think that's keeping niggas out the middle class, but okay.
He sell. So Via, if you didn't know, he sell cars.
Right.
So he's gonna advocate. He's trying to bust niggas over the head.
Who you work for? CarMax.
Hey, shout out to the Max though, but nah. I work for Subaru.
Shout out to the Max.
Subaru. At least you work for the actual brand and not like this.
That's why you be getting all the white women.
Damn, wait, Big. Right. Who you know worked for CarMax? That's wild. That was smoke right there.
Who drive the Subarus though? You ain't lying about them white women.
Yeah, that's how you be getting all the white women. That's how you be doing it.
The Psychons.
That's how he be getting all of them white women, bro.
You might have sold to a black woman, but I'm talking
about a black, right?
Normal.
Out of how many people walk
don't act like we ignorant. We see who drives Subarus.
Like, what's the pop? Like black people are what percentage of the country?
Bruh, what I'm asking you is,
we're a fairly large percentage of the country.
Right now, Johnny's
that presidents be fighting for our vote. That's how big we are. It's okay, John. It's okay. John try to put numbers in it. The numbers wrong. The numbers are incorrect.
That nigga told you if you ain't vote for him, you wasn't black. They'll be fighting for our vote.
No, I mean
Johnny
that's their way of fighting.
I'm lost.
He was trying to say that black people make up a small percentage of the country, so therefore 1 out of 10 walk into a Super Bowl. But that's a lie because we make up a large percentage because presidents be fighting for our vote. But it's okay. White people.
That's what he.
I think we buy a proportionate percentage, but we'll move on. We got some more questions. We ain't got to beat a dead horse.
We ain't beating no dead horse, Johnny.
That nigga still alive.
You like you a Sarah.
Eating peaches and shit.
You love you a Rebecca. You know what I'm saying? You love you a Christy. Nah, a few of them come back.
Nah, but folks, this ain't about me. We got a whole show. This ain't about me. We got a
Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. Johnny, say it with us. Go. MCA, it's a struggle for him.
He can't get it out.
I'm trying to get to my
topic.
I'm trying to get to my topic.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Go ahead, bro.
It's a good one. And it has to do. I know y'all done seen the Katt Williams interview.
Oh yeah.
Everybody see. I think it's one of the most viral interviews.
Yeah, 20 mil
of like 24 mil.
20 mil. Oh, 20. Oh, it was 20 mil in 24 hours.
It's probably more than that.
Yeah, it's probably more
24 mil.
But just 20 mil
as of like last night. I don't even know what it is.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to homie Shannon, bro. I like that.
Not for real. Yeah.
Bro, it beat the Birdman, like all the Breakfast Club interviews. It's like
murdered.
The most
Skip sick.
But at one point,
right? No, for real.
Is sick.
And my fault, Johnny. No, like quick flowers to Shannon for sure. On some serious shit. He left first take. You said what?
I tried to find the cognac. I was going to bring it to the pot.
Oh, I thought it was in a I didn't think that was like the actual liquor. I thought it was like in the
that's the actual.
Oh, in that bottle? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
but
shit.
He left what was it called? First Take?
Mm-hmm.
That was undisputed. That was his only. I think like that was his only gig at the time. Mm-hmm. Now he on first with take Ocho. Now. First Take with Stefan. The podcast with Ocho. Club Shay Shay. 3 different things. He's pulling in almost 100 million views. Like and within a week's time.
Skip sick.
Come on now. That's
skip.
That's some shit. Shout out to that black man. But you were talking about Katt Williams.
Shout out to that black
My bad. Go ahead.
My question came because there was a point where your boy Katt and he came for the Ricky Smiley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right.
About
he came for all of them. Right?
We came for a lot of them. Yeah, he came for a lot of.
You an advocate. You a Ricky Smiley advocate.
I like Ricky. I like Ricky. I listen to the Ricky Smiley show in the morning. Like
all of us do. Yeah.
He cool. Like he cool, but he said that in his contract.
Ricky
Smiley had to wear a dress
in his next movie.
What that nigga had on him first Sunday
in his next movie. Yeah.
Ricky
Smiley debunked that
and said that it wasn't.
He said it wasn't in his contract.
He just said that it didn't happen.
No,
he didn't debunk it.
That nigga had a dress on.
Because
he did though, right?
Well, no, he debunked it and said it wasn't in his contract.
So Johnny, so do you know the difference between like jokes and like, to me, I feel like he was playing on the idea.
Why is you playing him like that?
I don't think that it was literally like him saying, I wrote in my contract.
Yeah.
Pointing out the fact that the next movie that we did.
I think he wrote that shit, bro. I think he really had it in his contract.
I didn't think he was joking about that. He didn't seem like he was joking about that.
I think you also got to look at the idea of like comedian like Charleston White.
Yes,
you got to look at like the exaggeration comes with that's the good
yes.
Whether I'm laughing or not, bro.
That's how when he come out with the receipt with that contract. Like, because it's coming the receipt they come all week.
Right. He didn't have the receipt.
But that's facts.
But time out.
That make it worse.
Time out. Like we said, legs. That ain't even where I'm going with it. That ain't.
Go ahead.
My question is, what is black society, black people? What is our obsession with the black
males
man
in a dress
wearing a dress?
I agree. I'm not a fan.
And like, where does it come from? And why is that such a sin against the black man? Where if you look in comedy, there's been plenty of white comedians that have put on that dress. Nobody says, "Oh, they're trying to demasculate the white community." If you look even at like traditional African garb,
holy shit,
the dress is a thing that
Johnny making an argument for niggas to wear dresses right now.
I'm not making.
Come on.
I'm not making.
What are you doing?
I'm not saying an argument. But I'm saying, but like, why is that?
All right, my bad. All right, so let's think.
Why is it so?
Johnny,
let him finish his.
Yeah, like I'm saying,
my bad, I'm gonna step in
and that's my thing. Why is it such?
I'm gonna step in a second.
Like, why is it so like emasculating to a black man for him to wear a dress?
That shit good.
And Johnny, you a wild. What is a wild stance?
I'm just asking because like Tyler Perry did it.
So if
bro, you take this one.
Let me ask you: if you put on one right now,
I'm not saying I want to put on the dress.
I'm just saying, what would it do for you?
But take us out of here. If we had a nigga wearing a dress,
if you put one right now, what would it do for you? I don't even think that. Okay, hold on. I don't even think the dress is it.
I'll buy it.
I think it's
Johnny. We go viral them next week. Next week we need you in a dress. That shit ain't gonna emasculate you, right?
I wouldn't do it.
Oh, so why not?
I wouldn't do it because it's not something I would be comfortable with. Personally,
no, but
like personally, it's not something.
I think it's them putting on a dress and playing.
Clearly, there's a lot of black men that are comfortable with it, and there's been a lot of white guys that have been comfortable with it. Nobody,
honestly,
name some of the white guys.
I just said the DM.
Robert Williams,
I know that.
Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey.
Hold on,
like it's a bunch of white guys that have put on dresses.
I like Adam Sandler.
For comedic reasons.
He played a woman. When did he play?
When did Adam Sandler play a woman?
He's put on the dress.
I'll have to go and get the exact.
I think my thing is
I have to go get the exact.
George Carlin never put on a dress. I'm gonna tell you that.
And putting on a
like
dress.
They're greats and comedians.
Jim Carrey has, and
Jim Carrey was a comedic actor.
Chappelle was just talking about how great
Jim Carrey wasn't a comedian. He was an actor.
As a talent.
No, he wasn't a comedian. He's a comedic actor. But
Jim Carrey was an actor. He wasn't.
Dave Chappelle's put on a dress a couple of times.
He hasn't.
Yes, he has.
When?
He's put on a dress in Robin Hood Men of Tights, and he put on a dress on Howard Stern. Look up Dave Chappelle on Howard Stern.
But I mean, I think that's still
but like,
you know, the thing
is, I'm saying, but like, even outside of that, like, what about a motherfucker like Young Thug? He didn't put on a dress.
You know who?
And he got crucified.
He said it was to tuck that yacht.
But I'm saying 9 out of 10 niggas wouldn't try Young Thug on his toughness.
Westbrook done put on a dress. LeBron James.
Okay, hold on. Because we not talking about a dress.
He didn't put on. I mean,
flag on the play. We're not talking about a dress. I think the thing is, in addition to these men putting on dresses, they're playing a woman. And they're playing this ultra feminine character, and they feel like they have to do this because we find it funny. Why do we find it funny?
That's what I wanted to get to.
Yeah. A lot of times
why do we find that funny?
A lot of times they don't play ultra feminine characters like Eddie Murphy.
One time,
what about Eddie Murphy in the club?
That's what I was about to say. Tyler Perry.
No, Tyler Perry.
He don't neither.
The thing is that Tyler Perry is easy to watch, but you got to think about. Look at
Look what Tyler Perry done.
Restitution was hilarious.
I don't watch that movie. Like nothing to me. I've never found like men dressing as women funny.
Well, what movie you said? This nigga like more ignorant shit than most people I know.
I know, but I like it's like a weird line. But
what about the Nutty Professor?
Funny as hell.
That's not funny.
Funny as hell.
Johnny said stop.
I don't watch it. It's not
okay. The Nutty Professor.
I did watch Nutty. Like I don't go back to it. I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
Like that's not my version of comedy. Like I like really dry wit comedy.
I might say
or really brash shit, but I'm not interested in like niggas wearing dresses.
I might get too political or too maybe Dr. Umar when I say this, as far as why we find it funny when Black men put on dresses or you know what we watching right now or different things like that is to, and y'all might not follow where I'm going with this, but like trans men or gay men, right? When they put on these things, that we don't respect them because they look like the man that we saw on the TV screen that we laughed at, or at least that's my take on it, right? That in the demasculization, it's not just trying to demasculine the average straight male, but just men altogether because gay men is a part of that pot. Does that make sense?
I see.
So like, let's shoot them all because we can't just shoot one side.
But I mean, I don't think like even with the, if we gonna take it to that community, the thing that we don't like, I don't have nothing against.
Right, of course not.
Whatever but the reason, and when you talk to people, the thing I don't like and the thing that don't get respect from that community is when you lie about it and you down low about it.
Right.
Like that's what don't get the respect. Just
thing,
being the thing doesn't have no. If you like the way a dress is cool, like do it your thing. Like ain't nobody here to condemn you for that, but it's the not being true to yourself, which is what people
and so like, that goes into everything else. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Rail said
I was about to be ignorant, but go ahead.
Say do your thing, bro.
Or clean it up a little bit because I want to know.
I don't know why. I guess it's because we in Charlotte, and, you know, remember the North Carolina when they included like that bathroom bill.
Oh thing. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. Why do I have to share a bathroom?
Bro,
I'm uncomfortable.
If my daughter go in the bathroom
and you see a male, I'm shooting up the bathroom. There's that's just crazy as hell.
And I'm sorry. I just feel that way. Hey, I'm not sorry.
And I agree with. I mean, I'm against the bathroom bill shit. Like, I mean, I'm not like.
And so we uplift things that would bring on violence or violent situations, like a little girl walking to the bathroom and she didn't notice that this bathroom was a shared bathroom or same sex gender or whatever they called it, bathroom. And not to say that every male that would walk in there would attack that girl, but let's keep it high. You know what I'm saying? The chances of that happening is a lot more high. And so we're so focused on making sure things like that is approved or passed, but it's okay for us to see a black male in a dress.
What I won't do is what I won't say is that like I haven't seen any proof of the matter that like because the man is whatever he identifies as, that means that he will attack a girl in the bathroom. He's more likely to.
I wasn't saying that specifically.
Okay,
I'm saying that the opportunity of it happening.
Oh, it presents an opportunity.
It's like putting cheese where
and I think that
cheese in a box and dropping a mouse in there. He's going to find the cheese. You know what I'm saying?
That's a little bit too definite.
Okay, too definite. Okay, sure. But if pedophiles are walking or sex offenders are walking the streets with us regularly, right? Right, and the bathrooms are available, and that sex offender walks into a bathroom where both genders are allowed, and he sees that's the cheese to the mouse analogy that I'm trying to create versus, you know what I'm saying? That sometimes that bathroom gives us protection when we're trying to get away from a situation. You know what I'm saying? That we could lock the door behind us and a male won't walk in here.
I agree. Y'all kind of wrap that part together. So Johnny, I do want to address specifically like what you were saying, because I guess I joked for a second, but now if we get into like the space of actually really answering your question, so you asked why is like black men wearing a dress like an issue, like versus, the idea
why is it funny
versus like a lot of the other shit we see,
but like look, we just speaking about black men. I think I just want to speak about black men. I think that in general, especially if we look at like the plight of whether we say ADOS, Black American, African American, whatever the word you want to use, right? Typically, what it comes down to is like this idea of buck breaking, and that like what you want, buck breaking.
You have to define it.
So in general, it's the idea of like going back to slavery times of humiliating a man.
Oh, right, okay,
in front
Facts.
of
That's
like his family and women, explicitly. Typically inside like a
and I think you're making the point I was trying to make earlier.
And like that's a big piece of it in general, where whether we look at like let's say the way that the welfare system is set up, where the black man shouldn't be in the house, can't be in the house.
Right.
They literally do checks for it, right?
Right.
And the black man is always put inside an inferior space. And most white men, you could probably be a little bit more proud. Like white boys do all the little gay jokes. And they can get away with it. Black men, we typically have been, as a result of whether you want to say like the emasculation of the black man, the emasculation of his place in the black family, the emasculation of black men across like the times of slavery, all the way down to raping them in front of their women.
Right.
That would be why we've always, and even as a black community, we had a really strong response to homosexuality. Anything LGBTQ, like we're naturally really against that, and we're now starting to like gravitate towards like a more centrist space. But generally, what it comes down to, like that natural push away from it, comes from like that idea of the like the emasculation of the black men that has happened and been the most consistent thing for the black man. It's either over sexualization or emasculation.
Right.
Those are the only two balances that black men can live in. It's not intellectual. It's not like you can be a good father. It's you live in those two spaces.
Okay. I mean, and like I say, I don't totally agree with like why people are so mad about it. I just have questions of being like why we're so obsessed with this thing when it has been a thing that has happened in just comedy in general. It's not strictly to black people. And like I say, when it comes to black culture, I feel like there's way more damaging things to our societies and way more damaging
absolutely, but we're never gonna focus on that.
And movies than like black dudes.
It's not good content. Let me stop.
What's that? What you said?
But that we're never going to focus on the other things that we're really battling against because we can't talk about them and it's not good content. This is good content. Talking about
and that's what I'm saying. It's like,
or is it triggering?
We got
I think that sometimes things.
I'm saying we got shows like Power and like that just focus. And what's the one?
On killing and drugs. Snowfall.
I
love Snowfall.
We got shows like Snowfall.
That's
which
my
I
man.
think are way more damaging to the black community and paint us in a way worse position than like Eddie Murphy putting on a dress and Rasputin.
So Johnny, hold on, Q. They're not even like comparable things.
They are a little bit. They are. Because I see where you're trying to go again. My fault. Yeah, I see where you're trying to get at. I think what you're trying to speak on is okay. The reason why we could speak about this so freely is because it's not programmed, it's controlled, and we could talk about things that are being controlled, like putting a black man in a dress. But we can't talk about, like power or things like that.
Well, how come every black show on Stars is about niggas selling drugs?
Right, or how hip hop, how it once upon a time was rapping about black men living a better life and uplifting its community to now fucking bitches doing drugs, etc., etc. Because
Booty hole Brown and all of that.
Right. Because that's programming involved. That's influence involved. That's evolution. But we're not talking about that. When we talk about that, we have to talk about what it grew from. But black men in a dress has not grew enough yet for us. Are you following a little bit?
I'm trying to.
Okay, so like the booty hole brown is like the Z to like ABC, whereas a black man in a dress is like more so AB. It'll take some time. It'll take dissertations, research for us to discover why we were so obsessed about it, or where it will take us through.
Effect?
Yes, or the true effect. We haven't even seen that yet. That's what I'm saying.
But I had my hand up a while ago. At the end of the day, yeah. But what I would say is that I think that the biggest question was, why are we so intrigued and like it so much?
Right, that's another one.
That's the question. So I get what you're saying. Honestly, I stand on more on your side of the thing, because I think that, like, if you look at it, I'm pretty sure that Eddie Murphy wrote the damn Norbit.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that Martin wrote
Big Mama.
Big Mama's House.
I don't think that either one of them wrote.
I'm pretty sure that these movies are movies. Anytime, well, I would say that most of the time when you see one actor,
I know he did.
When you see one actor play multiple parts as themselves or in different bodies, generally
they wrote it themselves, right?
Generally, they write it or whatever. Let's say
no. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Okay, all right. Let's say you're right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter with the Harvey Weinstein. Honestly,
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, it matters to the statement you said, but yes.
All right, nigga. So what I'm saying is, what do you think the reason is that we are willing to entertain or put so much of that? You can't name one that didn't work. Norbit worked. Mrs. Doubtfire worked. All on one side or the other.
Medea worked.
Tyler Perry. Why do you think it is that we are so okay with that being the thing? Why do you think? See, I think that's the crazy. That's the same reason.
That's the next question.
That's the same question, like what you were talking about. What you were just talking about. Like, why are we so okay with all of the drugs the guns, the
content, because we
bitches,
were
the
being
hoes.
programmed, right?
So I think the answer to it is all the same. Not to say that I have the answer. I don't have the answer, but I believe that answer will be consistently the same on both sides of the coin.
That's programming.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think Black people are a people of influence. And that's where my issue comes in with the whole thing, because like we're constantly used to influence different things going on in the world.
Right.
Like, for instance, the transgender movement was brought in on the back of Black people.
Oh, Marshall, my good girl Marshall.
Like the abortion movement is
women's suffrage.
They love showing Black women people on these signs.
Hey, we got a comment.
Yeah, I was gonna go through those too. We got a few comments that came in. Let's see. Why is it that most Black folks' thought on racism can only be done towards them?
Say that one more time.
Why is it that most Black folks think that racism can only be done towards them?
I mean, because that's how the system is set up. You know what I'm saying? The calculator said 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah, I'm not with. I actually agree with him on that though. Racism goes another way. I used to agree with that Tariq Nasheed train of thought.
Tariq Nasheed
about Black people can't be racist.
Black people can't be racist, but Black people is racist as a mug, bro. Like,
I think it's more prejudice, but I get what you're saying. I think it's more prejudice
because racism has a brand and a definition to it.
And racism is about power and control.
But we talked about this. We talked about and Q made a good differentiation between institutional racism.
Okay, there we go.
Versus being prejudiced,
like systematic,
or being racist versus institutional racism. Those are two different things. So I believe that Black people can be racist.
Yeah. We just can't be institutionally racist.
Exactly.
Johnny.
We ain't got the institutions.
Now, okay, I can't disagree. Or at least I don't have material to disagree. You know what I'm saying? You on that.
All right. Katt was wrong for being that petty.
Katt.
I thought that shit was I like if it's the truth, I think the truth should be told, bro. Yeah. The truth should be told. I believe in the truth.
And he could run a 4-4.
No,
they clocked him.
The receipt is on there.
The receipt is on there. He can run that.
One though.
Did he say that?
Wait, no. Listen, if he's running a 4-4, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just pat him on the back.
I'm gonna need to see that.
They took the time. They took the time.
He looked like a crackhead while he was doing it.
I ain't even gonna put it on you. Me and my problem, I wasn't running a 4-4.
Hell no,
me neither. But I'm just saying,
like if that nigga is doing it, stop it. If he say
4-1 is crazy though. Niggas in the NFL.
He didn't say a 4-1. He also said a sub 4-3.
Yeah, that's exactly what he
said. A sub 4-3. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. I heard sub.
The receipts online.
Right, they posted the receipts up there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Sub 4-3. Okay,
I actually would like to just see him doing it.
They have a video.
I like seeing little niggas with ass legs.
Yeah.
I thought too loud.
Video up
because he was.
I also thought it was dope that he said he was reading 3,000 books a year. And then I seen a podcast talking about how like that's
he didn't even finish high school. I believe it though.
But that's not people be
3K is 1,000.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
3K is
10 a day.
Some Black folk.
No, it's
not
8.5 a day. It is.
It's like some crazy.
It's not 10 a day. No, it's not.
It's 8.5 a day. I just did the division.
I actually did. It's like what was it like? The 1,000. Fuck it, yo. You said
all you gotta do is just.
I already did. I did the math myself too, and it sounded
3,000.
Right, because as a young kid, we was blowing through them books.
And what he also said was that he was spending 8 hours a day in the library while he was
and I was a library kid myself. Yeah.
Listen, if you read 8 of them, I think that's fire. I don't even think that it's like
a book an hour.
Those things don't mean that to me. I think that in general, if you did a lot of something, people like go with the upper on it. So that's not. I think if he exaggerated a little, if he read a lot, if he actually did have like, I guess what I seen was that at a point he was looked at as like a kid genius, and so like if he had those things and like say he read 5 books a day, but it wasn't 8. I don't give a shit. Like I understand he read more than
another thing.
He's a comedian. I don't give a shit.
You heard like Kevin Hart when he didn't even really respond. He was like, I'm not going to entertain this, and Kevin Hart was like, yeah, he got a full ride at 6. You see what niggas do? So
he made a comment last night.
Yeah. So you.
But he downplayed. Right.
You make it 6 when he said 12.
Right.
Stephanie B said 12. Shannon should have asked what type of books. I bet it was a bunch of short story books.
No, he did it. He actually he said
don't be a hater, Steph.
You ain't reading Harry Potter 8 times.
Nigga said non-fiction.
Who wrote that?
He said non-fiction book. I don't know if niggas pay attention to the words. Like I listened to it. He said non-fiction book.
But as young kids, we was blazing through them. I was a library kid myself. I was blazing through them. Now I can't tell you if I read 3K. I don't know. I can't tell you if I did.
Used to read 8 Goosebumps a day.
But listen, I used to read 8 Goosebumps a day. I'm dead serious. I could do 8 Goosebumps. Yes. Harry Potter, no. Harry Potter probably took a week. What's up, James? I was blazing through that.
You weren't reading no Hardy Boys, no Animorphs, no Goosebumps in one day. There was
Goosebumps. I was blazing.
We was reading
that Diary of a Wimpy Kid,
leaves and shit like that.
Yeah.
Them small ones, 20 pages. I believe it.
I was blazing through. What's my boy in the diaper?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
No.
I know Captain Underpants. Yes, I was blazing through them too.
I was a Ramona fan.
Yes,
Ramona Quimby. That was
and her middle name was B.
And I was a fan of her mom.
That was my thing too.
Next comment. Let me see. I gotta go back up. We done got a few more.
I was reading Mama Ra's love language.
I'll say the reason why it is so upsetting towards black men wearing dresses is because back in the day when slavery happened,
that's what he was
white
saying.
men would make black men put on dresses and rape them.
Mm-hmm.
Did they actually? I ain't heard the dress part.
That makes sense.
I didn't hear the dress part.
If they was book
I knew about the book breaking, but I didn't know they was putting.
You can look at the sick stuff they go on now. People like
I definitely believe that was heard that part.
Y'all hear about that boy Stephen Hawkins?
Stephen Hawkins.
What happened with
this
him?
is gonna be a crazy.
Ain't he in the car?
This is gonna be a crazy one. Go ahead and land it. I want to see where this is gonna go. If you know Stephen Hawkins, this is almost like a Dave Chappelle joke.
That's
right
not dude that was in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's how I was wondering what he about to say. Like where that come.
Go ahead and land it.
Nah, you could go.
What you
finna say? It was butt breaking him.
Oh man,
in a wheelchair.
I don't want to picture that. That just got the visual. That's why he laughing so hard.
What I
do? Stevie B says they be making fun of black women. White chicks was the first time they cosplayed white women.
Right.
Hey, and that's true. Even that video.
Well, I mean, Mrs. Doubtfire.
That video I saw of Chappelle, I was disappointed. He was.
I think they was on black men doing.
Oh, black men doing it. Okay,
yeah,
makes sense.
Even that
white women actually would be the closest to one that I have watched.
That video I saw of like Dave Chappelle with Howard Stern back in the day. That right there was like one of them. I was like,
that's nasty work too.
That's nasty.
What was he doing with Howard Stern?
He was okay. So you know Howard Stern, he has this black woman that works with him named Robin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both times that I've seen comedians on there, black comedians like dressed up picking at it. Sherman Hemsley did it, and Dave Chappelle was doing the same thing, like pretending to be Robin. So he was dressed up and like,
as his assistant. Okay.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. I'm like,
and so what was he doing? It was certain things that he was saying or doing.
Yeah.
Was that what we were just watching?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was
yeah.
That's nasty juice.
Yeah, this nasty work. I was like, this is just the most coonish.
And Johnny, you want to okay this? What you trying to
I don't think that's what he was saying.
That's not what I was saying.
I know, I'm joking. All right, but
okay.
Not what I was saying.
No, I get it. I think that your point was that why are we so upset about it? To be truthful, I don't even think that in 2022, like I don't think that like nobody was like that was a thing that niggas was really mad about Katt Williams thing.
Yeah.
And that was the point that I said when we talk about like the powers and the drugs and all that stuff. I think that there's a little bit more uproar. I don't think inside like the current era that we're in the LGBTQ liberation movement in the past like 5 years, it's not really been a crazy thing about men in dresses because of right now the push is to accept trans in general.
Yeah.
And like that was the point that I was making. I don't think I personally didn't hear people really mad about he said that they wear dresses. We just heard it and laughed and said, "Oh, that's Illuminati."
I'm disgusted with it. They be trying to pick on black women too much.
Is the acceptance and the, let's say, like as we're socially attempting to, or I guess the LGBT, all there,
make it okay.
They're trying. Well, yes, make it okay. So does that eliminate the men in dresses? Because then that becomes
I think that's
illegal
for
you to do it.
I think it's a bad band-aid over us accepting.
That might be fire because like at the end of the day, how can you put on a dress as a straight man put on a dress when we're trying to push forward or make everybody okay with the idea of the trans? You can't really do that because then it's mocking them.
Well, not because what is it? What is the thing that when the men straight when men dress up that's not trans?
Drag.
Yeah, you don't have to be trans to do that thing.
No,
I don't think that they'll still give you a hard time about. I think they'll.
I think that literally, like, most of them aren't trying to be trans.
Man, all right, so let's let that go. I
it's its own little pageantry thing and shit like that.
I don't know.
There's a difference between the two.
No. I believe it. I don't know enough, and I'm not really.
Can I take the table real quick?
Hey, hold on. Let Tone get back to the. We got some more comments.
We got.
I'm about to take the hell out of the table.
I got a question for Q. I don't know. You remember when Miss Amy was here, right?
Okay.
And she was telling us that we need to get into the books. We got to do more literature on the
absolutely
the understanding the LGBT community. You remember that, right?
Oh yeah.
And with intersectionality and stuff like that.
Yeah, she was saying like she was gonna send you some books.
Okay. Are you asking? Did she send me the books?
Oh, I was asking her to send you books. Have you been reading up on it? You were saying you was thinking that like that made sense. Like I should. Never mind. I'm chill. I'm a chill.
So I want you to go all the way to it because like when you leave it like that, it sounds like I was trying to transition or something.
No,
that's not what I was doing.
Can we get back to the comment?
That's what I said. Like I don't even understand. Like in general, I think that.
What is that, Tom?
Yeah, we run.
Right, I'm gonna let you go.
Most people think that the LGBTQ community is about what sexuality you are, but it's not.
Right.
What is it about? It is about who they want to have sex with. Who cares? Do you and let me do me.
I agree.
That's what I said. That's
the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. That's where forcing people come.
Hey, we got another one in there. That's that boy.
And that's the funny thing is that's how that whole conversation started. It was about. Remember, I was saying that I don't care. I'm not offended or don't really care about what your sexual preference is. That's how the whole conversation. And she was saying that black men need to learn more, get more literature on understanding the community.
Well, I think that all right. So if we take it here just a little bit, there is like an innate, and this is even where I went to earlier when I spoke about like our natural response as black people, as black men, has always been to like really push against hard. In which like you will hear like the guys from like the 70s and 80s talk about like, oh, it was an F word over there. We ran over there and beat them up, right? To where we're at today. All right, so to where we're at today, where I think what is a lot more, what's more important is understanding that these are still people. Like for me, there was a moment where like I had to have like this quick little reckoning, and my reckoning was the fact that like naturally my programming told me that I'm supposed to like dislike or feel a way about whether you say gay or trans or any of those people. But the reality be like when I sat back and thought about like when I was younger, most of the people in the community inside the area, like it was a community of a person that had like a community drum line, in which it never was an allegation to this day of them touching anybody, them doing anything to anybody. I think I remember. And all they ever did was like take kids that was inside a really impoverished space and take them traveling, take them and expose them to a bunch of different things. And I had to be like, is my disdain or dislike actually rooted in anything outside of what I've been told and conditioned that I should dislike? And for me, that was my moment. It's like, as long as you ain't doing shit to me, I don't care. And like, I don't think that is anything for me to feel any kind of way about, as long as you're not like crossing very specific boundaries.
Yeah, crazy thing is, I think we might have learned that at the same time.
Yeah,
that Myrtle Beach trip.
Yeah.
I think we learned it at the same time. That was a crazy little stamp in time. But
yeah, I just now heard about everything
that happened with the jump. Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. Go ahead.
All right. Black people live reactively to a controlled structure.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out that boy Dave, man. Big Dave.
Old Dave.
Hey, what up, Big Dave?
That what Dave said?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave, you drop. Hey, that's a gym.
Dave actually be dropping the gym. Hey, lay off my boy. Dave be dropping.
Dave. Shout out to brother Dave.
Let's see. We already read this one. Shout out to the library kids.
Hey.
Yeah, I was a library kid.
Yeah, I was a thieving ass kid.
But you ain't never returned your library books.
They closed down my library. Wow, all the books, they shut it down.
So you couldn't return them jokes.
I couldn't return. I had fines through the roof.
Mine's still open. Mine's still open. Parkwood Avenue.
I had fines through the roof, man.
I used to go to the Betty School.
I used to go to Belmont Center on Parkwood.
I used to go to Tone's mom's house.
Hey.
Oh my God.
I read your
Next
mom.
Next comment. This why we 3 hours in.
Mm-hmm. And don't worry, I'm about to read his mom like a book when I go home.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a book kid. Yeah, most drag queens don't agree with the trans community.
Right.
All right. Aunt said
Flame Monroe. Yeah, that's what that was.
Oh yeah, Flame Monroe is cool though.
Yeah. Or what's the other one?
Flame. Yeah, Flame
something Madison. T.S. Madison.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is.
We'll know her.
I don't know,
or him.
I ain't that deep.
Or whatever
it's
they
like
want to
be.
Flame's a comedian, been around for a while, so it's like
I ain't did too much digging.
But Flame be talking. Flame be talking like Flame be letting it be known. Say back during the Shakespeare days, men had to wear dresses because women were not allowed to be in plays. Yeah, that was a disgusting fact I learned in school.
Yeah, no, I heard about
that.
So
that was white men specifically.
Yeah, that was. We were
because they were not Europeans because they were not letting women in.
We weren't in them.
Whereas
plays.
if black men were in that position, I'm sure they would have let black women in.
Go ahead, get it off.
Get it off. All right, hey Johnny.
Let's make sure it's not.
Hey, hold on. This ain't a Johnny joke. You're supposed to be joking about Europeans. Nah, fuck that.
But it is a Johnny joke. That's what made it a Johnny joke.
Oh,
yeah.
So Johnny, this is what I'm gonna ask you. So when you and your snow buddy had kids, will you allow that boy to? All right, never mind. We're gonna stop. I was gonna ask in the name of Shakespeare, but never mind.
Then Unc was responding to y'all's story.
Fuck
He
that.
said,
Those nigga ain't wearing nothing but fucking joggers.
That light skinned baby ain't gonna wear nothing.
He wearing nothing but joggers and black Air Force.
But what if he doing Shakespeare? Could he play the woman?
You say what?
If he wasn't like the Shakespeare play, could
he
he
ain't
play
gonna be able to do Shakespeare.
And Unc was responding to y'all's story. He said, nephew, that was my young boy you was talking about. We knew what he was, but he was ashamed to tell us what it was. And I was so sad when I heard of him passing. So it sounded like he grew up with him longer.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so. I think he's talking about somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Dee Dee, she was out and about, like you like she was a trans man at that moment for years. For like at least 10 years.
That's actually the only reason I will say there was a trans movement that kind of was needed at a certain point. I know somebody else, like I got an aunt who lost her brother that way. Like somebody killed her brother because he was
like liberate that shit. That shit don't hurt nothing to me.
Yeah,
but see, Dee Dee was a great person. He was a great person. That was just crazy. I remember the song and everything that we were listening to when we found out the news.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
But shit, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it. I don't know if anybody else, but before we get out of here,
okay.
Last thoughts.
No more. We done thought a lot.
Okay, all right, cool. Hey, fuck it, cool. Cool.
Johnny, go ahead and tell him
real. Oh, my fault.
Oh no, go off.
Oh yeah, no. We about to throw it to you.
You're the guest.
Oh, to leave. Right. That's what I thought. No, it's been real. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been great conversations. Yeah. And shout out to my girl Des. Des, you want to say bye?
Bye, guys.
Hey, we appreciate.
But let them know where they can find you. Also, let them know, like, again, you have a product.
Plug that.
You have a whole business.
Yes. So I graphic design. You can find me on IG by Bia or Bia Pixel Studios on IG as well. This is my crew necks, a part of my capsulated cruise line for HBCU campuses, specifically North Carolina. I have Central, St. Aug, and Shaw. I should have A&T and Winston-Salem on the way, so look out for that. But yes, by BYBEAB on almost everything. And yeah, thank you guys for having me.
You said BY
BEAB.
Huh?
Oh, that ain't gonna come up. But yes, I do have that domain. Y'all, 2024. Check me back. By the time I'm back up here, I'm gonna have everything established. Okay. So when you type it in, but yes, that's my Etsy, right? Yeah, that's my Etsy.
Turn it up.
There you go, please.
Yeah, I'll make sure I copy that.
Follow my store, like, favorite, leave comments if you shop before. You know, Black people don't be leaving comments, but
comments or likes,
or not even comment. Oh, reviews.
I mean, reviews. That's what
I mean. But they don't be engaging. Like, oh yeah, I support you. That I'm like, right.
That matters.
So can you?
That matters.
You know what I'm saying? Engage some. So that's 2024. Standing on business and engagement. So yeah. So
that's it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate the comments, the engagement. The chat was lit today. If y'all still checking us out, hit the like button, hit the notification button. It's D2B Fair Show. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at D2B Fair Show. I am your host, Johnny P.
Oh, here, real.
It's Q.
Special guest, Miss B. And we out.
Bye, y'all. Woo! This was great, y'all.